All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hope everybody's well as usual. Hope everybody's well. All righty. Hold on, man. Let me get everything situated. Let me get everything situated. What's going on? Asante L in the building. What's going on? I said, what it do, Martin? I'm really getting tired of Bud. He should just drop the belt. Look, man, I gotta wait. I'm gonna wait a couple seconds before I talk about it, because I really was frustrated yesterday when the report came out. I've been frustrated. I'm not frustrated that he came out and said it's not true. I'm more frustrated with the fact that, it keeps like, I'm sick of this. I'm not sick of this. Yeah, I'm sick of the subject. I'm not like, it takes me a lot. It takes a lot for me to get sick of a boxing subject, man. Especially with two fighters that are like, two fighters that I think are a couple of the best fighters in the world, in Errol and Terence. But I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated for a slight different reason, man. I'm gonna wait for some people to get into the chat, and then we're gonna get it going, man. And the link is in the chat for anybody. I'll put the link in the chat today. I may get a call-in number, man. I'm gonna try to do some different things, man. Jazz some stuff up, just so to get, if for nothing else, just for myself, to be doing something just a little bit different, man. But man, at the same time, staying true to telling the truth, to giving my true opinion about boxing, man. But Terence Crawford is he's an interesting dude, man. And I don't really feel like, I get tired of blaming him. But if it's not happening, I just can't find any reason not to. I listen to what people say, and I believe that many of the people that think, that it's not all on him, are in a lot of circumstances, they're very reasonable people. But I just can't find a reason. That's what I need to do. That. Yeah. I just really can't find a reason why it wouldn't be him. I can't find a reason, a real reason why people. That's why at the end of this, I said it's not boxing. Don't blame. If this fight does not happen, do not blame boxing. Don't blame promoters. Don't blame, because no way is this boxing. This is a fighter issue. It's not a boxing issue. It's a fighter issue, because there is no other real option for either of the guys. There's no other, and I just do not see how it's one guy, how it's one of them. I see that it's the other one. That's the frustrating thing for me, is because it's being talked about as if this fight doesn't happen. Now, again, it may turn around and take place. It may. I'm not saying it won't. It may. But if it doesn't, and to this moment, it's not both guys. It's not Showtime. It's not Bob Arum. It's not Al Heyman. It's not Errol Spence. It is Terence Crawford's team. And there's no reasonable explanation other than that. That's, to me, is what's frustrating. Because I do believe that there's incidents where boxing really does come into play, where you can criticize the sport of boxing and the difficulties for making. But I went back and I just remember what Bomac said. Bomac tried to sound just as excited about a fight with Alexis Rocha as Errol Spence. He said, yeah, it could be Errol, but it could be Alexis Rocha too. Either way, both those guys are getting whooped. But let me just wait for a second, man. Say what's up to everybody. What's going on, Chillville, Ray Davis, HMC3, Gilbert Jimenez, Sundown in the building. What's going on, Ray Davis? H-Town 713 in the building. Virgil Wembley, what's going on? Faheem Sator is here. Bud Crawford is bad dope. I will even say it twice. Terence Crawford is bad dope. Now, why do I say that? Because I'm tired of this bet I got going on with Faheem Sator. So all of the Bud fans understand why I just said that. Because I said Bud's not ducking. I said Bud would take this fight. The guy that you guys all want to talk and say, I'm such a Terence Crawford hater. I'm always blaming Terence Crawford. I have a running bet with Faheem Sator that Terence Crawford would take the fight. So yesterday, when the news came out from Ring Magazine and I found out about it at the same time you guys did because people in the chat told me about it. So I went and I looked and I saw it. So we started talking about it, and Faheem Sator didn't say anything. And I did a video. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. But we're going to talk about this today. If I'm going to say, hey, what's going on, Rise? What's going on, Frank? What's going on, Edgar? I got to get to the super chat because Terrell W., thank you. He said, good morning, great morning, Fanon and chat. Let's enjoy this moving talk. Also, today is my 31st birthday, so I appreciate any happy birthdays I can get. Much love in that super chat, bro. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Terrell W. Happy birthday to you. Now, if that don't show that I ain't got no shame, because I can't carry a tune in a bucket, I will sing you a happy birthday, sir. I am so thankful for your support. And at 31 years old, man, you're still a young man. You still got a lot to learn lot to learn in life. Stay positive. When the grind hits you, just remember, man, when you don't feel like it, just stay consistent. When you feel confused and you don't know what's going on, stay consistent. Stay consistent in achieving your goals, setting your goals, being constructive in everything you do, you say, you think, and keep working towards your goals, even when you have setbacks. So happy birthday, brother. Happy birthday to you. And my guy, David Williams in the building, said, and shout out to O'Jeffy, Adrian Molina in the building, Batty Rich, shout out to your music and boxing. Dave Williams said, good morning, Fanon. Do you have any idea what Crawford wants? Does he want to be the A side, or does he really want the fight with Spence? It's frustrating. I can't speak for what he wants. All I can do is tell you what he said. And he said, even if he got 50-50, that fight wouldn't take place. He's past it. He doesn't need it. He's past it. He doesn't need it. Those are words that have left his mouth. Okay? Those are words that left his mouth. They left his mouth. That's what he said. He said that. Errol Spence Jr. said that that's what he wants. I'm going to spin the block. Terence Crawford, I'm coming to get your MFing belt. That's what Errol has said out of his mouth. Errol is not taking another fight. Terence Crawford is currently negotiating at least 2 other fights, according to Bomac. He also, David Williams, thank you, brother, for that support. Got to leave that there. He also turned down offers from Errol and fought somebody else. I don't get why people, if it doesn't happen, I do not get why. I am having a real hard time understanding. How am I supposed to, with a straight face, blame boxing? How am I supposed to put Errol's name into you're dropping the bomb? You're dropping the ball. Charles Thomas with a vicious statement there. I didn't read the whole thing yet, but God dog, man. At first, I was angry at Crawford, but now I'm angry at the people who want to see the fight. I want to see the fight, but I moved on a long time ago. I don't know how many times Crawford has said no. He said no a lot. He said no a lot. A lot. A lot. Often. Consistently. If you don't like the word ducking, I'm not going to use the word ducking today because that gets all up in that gets people's panties in a bunch. If I say ducking. Hey, Stone Alone in the building, brother. Thank you so much for your super chat, bro. I'm probably only going to be reading a lot of these chats. I'm going to read our super chats today because I think I could talk for 3 hours on this. Really. Stone Alone said, top of the morning for 9 in the chat. I think it's going to happen. I think Bud playing mind games. No, fuck his mind games. Not, and I didn't say that to you. I'm sorry, man. That's how I feel. No, but what? Why? 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 Like, why? Why are you play? Like, why would he play mind games? Why? What is this? See, that's the thing that is frustrating me. And I'm not saying that what you're saying is not true. Stone Alone. Trust me, brother. And when I cuss, bro, I'm not cussing at you. Understand that. Why play mind games? Why? If you're going to take the fight, take the fight. If you're not going to take the fight, just tell them, I'm never fighting you. It's over with. I'm done. Do it so that people can move on. One or the other. But if you're using the fight, okay, let's keep talking about it. But I'm talking to somebody else. Dude. You know? Hey, thank you, brother. Hey, Stone Alone is the man too, bro. Thank you, Stone Alone. Thank you, Stone Alone. Hey, Jeffrey Brooks. Before I read, hold on. Give me a second. I gotta take this off the screen for a second. Before I read this. All right. Jeffrey Brooks says, sounds like they are trying to make the fight, Bud letting it know the fans know that it's not set for June 17th. Man, he can make the fight. Just say yes. What? What else? What could they possibly be talking about? What could they possibly be talking about? What could they possibly be talking about that they have not already talked about? Hunter Young said, Spence is acting like simps do with women. At what point do you stop chasing a woman who dates other men? God, dog, man. Okay, thanks, Stone Alone, because I just want to make sure. If I cuss, brother, you know, please understand it ain't you, bro. Please understand it's not you. It is just it is just it's just foolishness. The way that Ring Magazine did it too, bro. Like, here's something else about that announcement. It just seemed spiteful from Ring Magazine and half-assed from Ring Magazine to even put that out there. Because I don't know if you saw the editor from Ring Magazine's response to what Terence Crawford said. And so there was a guy that that tweeted Ring Magazine. I'm gonna leave Dougie Fisher's name out of it from here forward. Whatever. Ring Magazine editor tweets him and says, "Hey man, a little late for an April Fool's joke, huh? Little late for an April Fool's joke." Do you know what the editor of Ring Magazine said? It's a little late for the fight. You could argue it's a little late for the fight. How, Dougie? How? Give me the argument for it being too late for this fight. You fucking clown. How? How is it too late? Errol Spence Jr. won the third belt against Yordanis Ugas last April. How is it too late? And he said, well, it's true that they made the report. It's truly a reporter, and it's true that he said that. But hey, who knows? Things change. While he dumped on the fight. I'm telling you, every time this stuff happens, it makes the fight seem that less attractive, and both fighters look that much less attractive. At this point, it is negatively affecting the status of Errol Spence Jr. in boxing. Negatively affecting it. Negatively affecting it. Terence Crawford is damn near worthless. Other than to himself. Because there's no chance, if he does not fight Errol Spence, that he is fighting any competitive fights. He has not had a competitive fight in half a decade. But yet he sits up on top of the sport. And because there's Errol Spence there, you can leverage that to get other paydays because his name is out there associated with Errol Spence. And you cannot tell me that that is not what he's doing. You can't tell me that. You cannot tell me that that is not what he's doing when he's negotiating with three people at the same time. What is there to negotiate about? Oh, I don't know if I'm going to fight you, Errol. I might fight Rocha. Errol Spence will never be able to give Terence Crawford what Rocha can. Let me repeat this. He will never be able to give Errol Spence Jr. will never be able to give Terence Crawford what Alexis Rocha can and what David Avenishin can. Not because he can't give it to him, which is an easy fight. An easy fight where you're going to get in there, you're going to get your paycheck, he's going to get done, and you just walk off and you're on to your next fight. Errol can't give him that. And do not act like there are not people in boxing that do just that have a bum of the month club. Terence Crawford got dang near a bum of the career. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous that it's this easy for him to make a fight with Amir Khan and Kell Brook. Sean Porter has to become a mandatory. But you can fight David Avenishin. Alexis Rocha. You can get those. You're never going to get. Errol cannot be that. He cannot satisfy that strategy. You just can't do it. And the problem is that nobody can give Errol what Terence can, which is the WBO belt, and that's it. Just the WBO belt and a competitive fight. Newt, what is competition? Bud, shake my head. What is competition? I mean, look, dude, competition is a fight that people don't know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to happen in the ring. You know what I mean? What about Danny Garcia and Keith? What about Danny Garcia and Keith? What about them? Danny Garcia is not an easy fight. If you think Danny Garcia, and I don't know if you're saying this or not, much love in that super chat, but if you think Danny Garcia is David Avenishin or Alexis Rocha or Amir Khan, you're crazy. Or Jeff Horn, you're crazy. Or Julius Ndungo, you're crazy. No. Danny Garcia is going to the Hall of Fame. And it was off of a layoff. It was off of a 2-year layoff. If the closest thing that you'll take to a tune-up is Danny Garcia off of a 2-year layoff, Errol Spence Jr. apparently, and I don't care what you say, he wants to fight tough competition. He doesn't want easy fights. That's what he has said. That's what he has done. Errol Spence Jr. has not fought an Amir Khan, not for a belt. That's my problem. That is my problem with Errol. I want to see him, man, will you please go on a bum bash? Please. A bum bash has its place in boxing. It has its place. You'll get a bunch of people complaining about it or whatever, but man, got dog. On Saturday night, man, can I buy a little sipping whiskey, sit down, get on a live stream and talk to people about your undercard and the fight that you're having? As a fight fan, that's what fans get out of it. And I would rather see you fight somebody than not see you fight anybody from a fan's perspective. From my perspective. But that's just my perspective. He can do what he wants, just like Terence Crawford can do what he wants. But the idea that you guys keep trying to split this into two people, yes, there is a role that both fighters play in this fight not happening. One is Errol wanting the fight, and the other is Terence apparently not wanting the fight. But Errol keeps hollering at him, keeps talking to him, keeps asking for it. Yeah, that plays a role in it because Terence wouldn't have anything to say no to if Errol didn't keep wanting it. But who are you going to, I mean, Errol's supposed to want that. He's supposed to. Supposed to. Just like Aaron Pryor is supposed to want to fight Sugar Ray Leonard. But Sugar Ray Leonard didn't want to fight Aaron Pryor. So the fight never happened. Even though that would have been a terrific fight. The best guy at 140 and one of the best guys, if not the best guy at 147, would have been a terrific fight, but it never happened because one guy didn't want it. The only thing that trips it up is that Bud is the B-side to it. So even the idea that a big fight for him, he in his mind doesn't even see it as being a big fight for him. And you can't change this man's mindset. That's what he sees. He sees himself as a star. He sees himself as the big name guy. And Errol, he's just like, nah, man, you're never going to get that without me. So I don't even know what to do. In being fair, I don't see how it's, Errol is screwing up and Terence screwing up. I don't even think Terence is screwing up. I just don't think he wants it. And my mind is not going to get changed until literally, Errol Spence Jr. and Terence Crawford on their Twitter page say this fight is done. That's it. That's the only time that I'm going to be like, okay. But don't get me wrong. If somebody says it's taking place, I'll talk about it because you guys will talk about it with me. Terrell W. said, at this point, Errol fans just want to see him fight, especially after the showing he gave us during the Ugas fight. I'll be happy with the Keith fight. I'll be ecstatic for the Keith fight. I will be ecstatic if he fights Keith Thurman. Ecstatic. Yeah. Oh, he's fighting Keith? Yes. Charge me $100 for the fight. Okay? Me personally, I'll pay $100, please. Just please fight Errol. Please fight Keith Thurman. Please. Because his prima donna days are behind him. They may be in front of him, but at least, dude, I'll get to see a fight. I mean, a good fight for the welterweight championship. Fight Jerron. Fight, I don't care, Virgil. I mean, shoot. Fight Blair Cobb. I don't care. Just fight somebody so I can see something from one of the best fighters in the world. And I can stop for a little while, just a little while, hearing about Terence Crawford and this Terence Crawford fight. Just for a little while, just for 6 months. It'll start right back up when the fight's over. But just for the announcement, the training camp, the videos, all the stuff that goes on with paying attention to fights, we can listen to Terence Crawford's fans complain and call you a duck and do all of that. But at least, man, I'll get to see a fight. I'll get to see the fight. I think that Errol Spence Jr. is one of those classic fighters that come along in your lifetime as a boxing fan. And to see him be so inactive in trying to achieve this goal when he has a guy that apparently, again, the fight could happen. It could be like, okay, yeah, it's on. And, trick or treat, April Fools, ha, got you, nah, 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 nah. I'm just playing. Whatever crap could take place between now and in June. But however it goes, I much rather would be like, yeah, I'm fighting Keith Thurman. We're going to be in Dallas June 17th. Buy your tickets. Hey, Brian Custer, well, you know what happened with the Terence Crawford fight? Look, man, I'll come back to that. I would love to see him do that. But again, like he said on his Twitter, he doesn't owe anybody an apology for that. But like I say, I'm a boxing fan. I'm not a boxing journalist. I'm a boxing fan. And this getting jerked by the gonads every other week with this stuff is old. And I don't care about you clown, some of you dudes that like read my videos, but you don't listen to my video. You don't really carefully, you don't listen to what I'm saying carefully, or even cursory. You misread the title, blame the U.S. educational system. Trust me, I'm frustrated about it. I'm as frustrated as it is about like I'm not blaming Deontay Wilder for why Anthony Joshua didn't fight him. I don't care how many tricks and things that Eddie Hearn pulls out and all of that and what he says and the zone sent him an offer. Man, the reason that fight didn't happen was Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn, and that's it. I ain't confused. That's why the fight didn't happen. It's on Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn. George Grace, thank you, brother. I agree that Bud doesn't want the fight, only using Spence's name for clout. I disagree with Pryor's Sugar Ray take. Ray offered him the fight. Pryor wanted way too much. See, that's George Grace. George Grace. I have never in my life heard that Aaron Pryor turned down that fight. I have never heard that he turned down that fight. You are literally the first person that's ever said that Sugar Ray Leonard wanted to fight Aaron Pryor. You are the first person I've ever heard say that. And I've been talking about that fight for a very long time. Very long time. Aaron Pryor probably did want money for the fight. But there's a lot of times where people will say, okay, I offered you this amount of money. Take it or leave it. And the guy asked, hold on, man, can I get a little bit more money? Nope, the fight is off. Aaron Pryor, Sugar Ray Leonard did not want to fight Aaron Pryor. Didn't want to fight Aaron Pryor. We can go back and look at it and do all of that stuff, but nah, bro. Sugar Ray Leonard never wanted that fight, bro. What's going on? What's going on, MMA Prodigy? Hey, Rob B said, why Errol advisor Al Heyman won't advise him to move on and fight somebody else? Go ask him. Errol, man, he doesn't. Here's the thing. He can advise him to do whatever he wants to advise him. That's Errol Spence's opinion. That's Errol Spence Jr.'s decision. Hey, thank you so much for your support, George Grace. Thank you. That right there, man, I've been talking about that since the early 80s. What's going on, John James? Say, yo, morning, Fanon, been on vacation, thought we had the fight, but look, man, bro, I'm not trying to buy none of that shit. I'm going to tell you right now, we can skip that whole conversation about Aaron Pryor. Because if Sugar Ray Leonard wanted that fight to happen, that fight would have happened. I don't want to hear nothing about it. Well, yeah, I sent a note to his manager. And then the manager said, man, no. Because I don't know what did he say? Yeah, I'll fight you for $50,000. Yeah, I'll fight you with $50,000. You going to take this? No, man, I can get twice that from somebody else. Well, that's it. If the offer is so bad that the manager didn't even tell him, that is somebody lowballing somebody and not wanting to fight, bro. Just come on, man. I'm not going to do alternative history here. Okay? I have never heard a boxing historian make an argument for that. You guys are Sugar Ray Leonard fans. Okay? You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that because you guys that's going back 40 years to try to look at the contracts and have discussions about contracts that took place 40 years. The fact of the matter is that I have never seen Sugar Ray Leonard try to get a fight with somebody and the fight didn't happen. And to think that Aaron Pryor is going to reject a fight with Sugar Ray Leonard, that Sugar Ray Leonard was really trying to make, Doesn't make any sense to me. Right? That sounds to me like the Jermall Charlo argument. Well, Canelo really didn't duck Jermall Charlo because, they sent an offer to him. Eddie Hearn said, we sent an offer to Jermall for the Canelo fight, and they turned it down. Those guys say that stuff all the time to get out of the fact that those guys didn't want to make that fight. I'm sorry, man. I can't go on that one, bro. Can't go on that one. And by the way, I was a big Sugar Ray Leonard fan. So I just, it is what it is. Nah, man, that's sitting on Sugar Ray Leonard. I guess we know where Leonard fans went to Bud. Nah, I mean, you know what it is, man. Nobody wants to hear that their fans done. Like, who jumped on here? Rick Timms got on me, or somebody from Houston was telling me that Ali ducked. Ali was ducking the rematch with George Foreman. I know that Ali didn't give George Foreman a rematch. I know he did. I don't know whether or not he didn't want to give him or what. He may have said, yeah, man, thanks for that money, and I'm out. By the way, see the coffee cup? This is for my guys' keys to the game. I got the cup. Making a difference every day. Making a difference every day. Make a difference every day. Jeffrey Brooks, hey, man, come on, bro. Come on, man. I don't want to please don't do this to me, Jeffrey Brooks, today. I had to say a silent prayer before I read your last one. Even if Errol has been inactive for a whole year waiting on Bud, what? 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 Terence Crawford turns down a fight from Terence Crawford. Man, bro, come on, Jeff, man. I can't do that, bro. I can't do that today, bro. I can't do that. I don't even understand why you say stuff that you know is not true. I appreciate the support, bro. Man, I mean, God, dog, Jeffrey Brooks, man, come on, man. Don't make it so hard on me, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are telling me that Terence Crawford turning down a fight from Errol Spence Jr. is Errol Spence Jr.'s fault because what? What should he have done? He should have never asked to fight Errol. He should have never asked to fight Terence. He shouldn't be trying to fight Terence now. The fact that he waited, man, Terence Crawford blindsided everybody in that camp. He didn't have an opportunity to because Bud was saying that he was going to take the fight and had another fight scheduled and then took another fight without telling anybody. And that's Errol's fault? That's 110%. Dude, I swear to God, dude, you could find Terence Crawford, Jeffrey Brooks. Terence Crawford could literally tell you, it's all my fault. I promise you, bro, some of you Terence Crawford fans are ridiculous. That man could get on camera and say, it's all my fault. I never want to fight Errol Spence Jr. because I think Errol Spence Jr. will beat me. And I want all the money for the fight. I want 100-0 on the pay-per-view, and I want a $20 million guarantee, and I want an IOU from Errol Spence Jr. for $5 million. That's how I'll take the fight. Let me repeat this offer. Yeah, I am not going to fight Errol Spence Jr. because he could say this to you, Jeffrey Brooks. This is how sycophantic you are with this dude. That man could say, which he has, I don't want the fight. I'm past the fight. I don't need the fight. Which he has. And then he can turn down the fight, turn it down. But this time around, I promise you, he could get on a camera and say, I want a $50 million guarantee. I want 100% of the pay-per-view. I also want Errol Spence Jr. to write an IOU for $10 million out of his personal checking account. And then I will take the fight. And if Errol said, I'm not giving you $10 million out of my personal checking account and fighting for nothing and giving you 100% of the pay-per-view plus a $20 million guarantee, you would say Errol's ducking. It's 100% his fault. There is no rational human being, bro, that would take your point of view, bro. I mean, you're so exaggerated with it, man. It's so exaggerated, bro. It's so exaggerated, bro. It's 110% his fault, bro. Jeffrey Brooks, much love in that super chat, bro. But seriously, man, thank you so much for your support, bro. Really, 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 really. Man, I want to talk real boxing, bro. I really want to talk real boxing. I really want to be rational. I really want to be like, I really want to talk about real things, bro. All right. I'm not out here saying, oh, Terence Crawford can never. Terence Crawford has no chance to beat Errol Spence Jr. He's a terrible fighter. You know, I mean, what you guys are saying is really what is this? What you guys are saying is really akin to that, bro. It's akin to that, bro. It's akin to that. It's related to that, but I mean akin. What's going on so deep in the building, bro? I can't get into it, man, but you missed the Dominique Wilkins conversation yesterday, bro. My guy, Mo21, said at least Martin still fought Hearns on his show. At least Martin still fought Hearns on his show. When will Bud stop ducking and get in the ring with Errol? He don't want to look like Martin did. Look, man, I honestly, man, I want Errol Spence to fight Terence Keith Thurman, bro. I just don't want this crap on that kid's back. He don't deserve it, bro. Hey, Fanon, who's worth Haney fans or Bud fans? Haney fans. Haney fans, easy. Haney fans, easy. Easily. Per capita, Haney fans, bro. Easy. Because they're just off in fucking La La Land. You know what I mean? Like, they're just in La La Land. They just pull that, you know what I'm saying? They just pull it out the trash can, bro. Like, they change rules for people. I don't even want to get that right there. That stuff right there is childish. This is not childish. The Devin Haney conversations are childish. Childish. Like, we're literally talking about, you know, really who can beat who up. The Santa Claus or the Easter Bunny. You know, who's got more magical power? Santa Claus or the Easter Bunny? That's how ridiculous some of these arguments are in that scenario. That's how ridiculous they are to me. About who's not, man, I swear, bro, who's undisputed? Oh, God, come on, man. Like, you make me lose so much respect for y'all with that stuff. So much respect for y'all for that stuff. Man, please, it's not your decision. John Boy said, please don't put seriously behind. Hey, please don't put seriously behind what you say, Jeffrey Brooks. I love you, bro. And you missed my super chat, old friend. My bad, Jeffrey Brooks. You know that. You know I ain't trying to do that. Let me back up, bro. Thank you, John. Oh, yeah, I did. Got dog. John Bowie in the building. Say, hey, morning, everybody. Shout out to everyone. First off, I apologize to all realistic Bud fans. Also, I'd like to apologize to all Spence fans. Why I can't stand Bud? Because he personally took away one of the best fights possible. Just ridiculous, bro. But at this point in time, dude, just please, let's just announce something. Just seriously, before people just don't care about you. Till somebody just doesn't care about you. Ring Magazine put that stuff out there to make y'all look bad. Ring Magazine are trolls. I'm telling you, Ring Magazine put that out there to make them look bad. To, hey, let's throw them up into the air and wait around for this to fall apart again. Yeah, let's put it out there. Let's have the PBC disappoint somebody again by putting out something that Ring Magazine themselves don't believe, so it can turn around and hit Errol Spence Jr. in the head and hit Al Heyman in the head and make it look like, I told you it's not happening. I mean, and that's what you got out of the response from troll-ass Dougie Fisher. Well, you could make an argument that this fight's too late. What argument, Dougie Fisher? What argument? That it's too late. No, it's frustrating, but it's not too late. Both of those guys have all the belts in the division. Under what scenario does all of the belts in a single division for Undisputed become too late? I'm telling you, man. And these dudes, man, John Bowie in the building said, please. Oh, I got you, brother. Thank you, man, for that support, man. Dave Williams. Oh, man, that's huge, bro. Fanon, thank you, brother, man. Big time going for the buck in the buck in there, bro. Fanon and the crew, let's focus on the fight coming up against Davis and Garcia, because it's clear as day that April Fool's Duck knows that if he loses to Spence, his career is finished. Let's go in the Hall of Fame as a Duck. Spence, please fight some damn body. I mean, just anybody, bro. For me, anybody. And, man, let me tell you about these Reds, man. Thank you to anybody and everybody that has ever donated in red. Thank you very, very, very much. Because the amount of support that this signals to people that watch this channel, you should know that when people do this, they are serious about their boxing and about the conversations and the things going on. And these guys buy pay-per-views. These are the guys that are going to buy pay-per-views. Okay? They're the ones buying pay-per-views. Not the people that you guys out there yapping their lips all the time. And well, it's too late. It's too late for this fight. I can't believe Dougie Fisher said that. Well, you could argue that it's too late for the fight. Can't believe that dude said that, man. Have some integrity about yourself, Dougie. Have some integrity about yourself, man. Get off it. I don't know what they did to these dudes over there at Ring Magazine. Get off of it, man. This is a fight for Undisputed, and you know it. Just because you don't like Floyd Mayweather Jr. and you don't like the PBC, and you want people to be interested in the little 102-pound dudes over there in Japan, for you to throw that monkey wrench in the air and just wait for it to land on the PBC's head when Terence Crawford comes back and says, what is this? What is this? You can call Terence Crawford, partner. Dougie Fisher, you can call Terence Crawford. Don't act like you can't. You could call him because you know how many times these reports wound up not being true. I can't call Terence Crawford and ask him, hey, Terence, is it true that this deal is done? Nah, man. That's not true. You could do that easily, but you didn't do it. You threw it up there in the air, and you waited 5 minutes later after you did it. Oh, well, it didn't happen. Ha, ha, ha. We got our name out there, and we made the PBC look bad again because these guys can't get the big fights done. No, Terence doesn't want the fight. If that fight doesn't happen, that's why. And why? Because he said it. And it's like Jeffrey Brooks. God, dog, that man said he doesn't want the fight. But how do you guys respond with that? Well, he just is kidding. He's just joking. He's not really. Bud, he's always joking. When has Bud, before Errol Spence, said that fights that were done were not done? When has he ever cracked that joke before? When did Terence Crawford get this great sense of humor? He ain't never had a great sense of humor before. Never. But he got one now all of a sudden, even though he says it'll never happen, and he turns it down. And it still ain't happened. But he got a great sense of humor all of a sudden. No, bro, y'all don't want to admit that this man is the reason. This man, if that fight happens, it's going to happen when Terence Crawford says it happens. Period. It's going to happen when Terence Crawford says it's going to happen, because Errol Spence wants the fight, and Errol Spence Jr. is going to take the fight when Terence Crawford says he wants the fight. It appears to me that Terence Crawford would wait, Errol Spence would wait 5 years for this fight. It appears to me that that's the case. Not criticizing him, not judging him. But it seems as if he would be more than willing to wait a long time just for this fight, because that's his goal. And he doesn't want to fight tune-up fights. He doesn't want easy fights. He said he's here for a good time, not a long time. He makes a lot of money when he fights, so he can afford not to. So Terence Crawford knows that. So Terence says, I'll take this fight. I'm going to take it. Errol be waiting. Man, don't worry about him, man. He'll be waiting. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about him. He'll be waiting. Let's get this money for Rocha. And then let's get this money for this other dude. And don't worry, man. He'll be waiting. And we'll get more money because he's waiting. That's what it seems like to me. That's what their attitude is. Oh, man, we left you in the dust. Ha, ha, ha. We got this money. Now, let's talk. Let's negotiate again. Why, if he did it before, why wouldn't it work for him to do it again? But, that's just me based off what actually happened. Not my opinion, what actually took place. Not me hating on Errol, hating on Bud, me looking at it. But y'all don't even want to do that. Y'all just want to say, oh, Bud's a great guy. He really wants it. It's Al's fault. The fans are never going to forgive them. Dude, I will forgive Errol Spence Jr. 2 seconds after he says, I'm fighting Keith Thurman. Matter of fact, bro, I will dude, I will be like, man, thank you. Man, thank you. There's nothing wrong with a Keith Thurman fight. And he would actually be biting the bullet to fight him, because he doesn't want to go back on his word that he'll never fight him. See, he said he would never fight Keith Thurman. So that's on him. In order for him to fight Keith Thurman, he has to be like, all right, man, I'm going to break my word, which honestly is not a strength of his. Breaking his word, changing his mind about what he wants, that's not a strength of his. To be like, you know what? Whatever, I'll fight Keith. Come on, Keith, let's go. Hey, water under the bridge, bro. Let's make this money. Doesn't seem to be a strength of his. You know why? Because what did he say about Deontay Wilder when Deontay Wilder said, look, man, I'm not going to slap Tyson Fury in the mouth when I see him. And Errol said, what did he say? He said, nah. As in, bro, I don't mess with you. You cheated me. That's how I read it. He would not do that with him. So with somebody like Keith Thurman, who he does not like, he may say, look, dude, I'll rather wait for this dude because can't stand this dude. At least I kind of like Terence, and it's a fight that I want, but I don't want him because I don't like Keith Thurman, and I don't want Keith Thurman to eat because this dude was in my way for a while. So what's good for the goose is good for the gander, bro. You sit there and you sit around. You're not going to get the best of me by me fighting you. That's the conundrum from an outside looking in that it looks like Errol Spence Jr. is in. So if he fought Keith Thurman, I would be like, thank you for showing flexibility, brother. Thank you. You must be doing this for the fans. Okay? You must be doing this for the fans. Yeah, I can't stand Keith Thurman, but I'm going to do it for the fans because my fans want to see me fight. So I'll do this one. I'll do that. I'll fight him. All right, whatever. I'll fight him and fight him. Do you know what I mean? But that's the conundrum, because Errol doesn't want to fight Keith Thurman, doesn't like Keith Thurman, doesn't want Keith Thurman to eat, doesn't want to split bread, doesn't want to break bread with Keith Thurman. He wants to break bread with Terence Crawford. So Terence Crawford is in a strategically strong place because he can keep Errol, because Errol's other option is Keith Thurman. Errol and Terence can be like, yeah, let's talk. But yeah, Rocha, let me get that money, Rocha. Yeah. Avanesian, let me get that money. Yeah, let me get that money. It's strategically a strong position for Terence Crawford because Errol doesn't like Keith Thurman, which is why I would applaud him for fighting Keith Thurman. Applaud him because it shows flexibility. And be like, you know what, man, if I really want this Terence Crawford fight in a way where I'm going to get what I deserve, man, let me go fight Keith Thurman. Let me go fight Keith Thurman. Bud is waiting for OG Fanon. They fight on Black Prime. What do you say? Bud is waiting for OG Fanon. They fight on Black Planet Prime. Nah, bro. Oh, I did not read Doug Williams. Hey, thank you, brother. Sorry about that, man. Dave Williams. I didn't read that $100. Man, oh my God, man. Sorry, bro. David Williams, man. I'm so sorry, bro. I was just preaching about that red, so I owe that apology to you, brother. Oh, and the dude that did the 99-cent red, I was meaning, you know, the decimal point, the one with 3 after the decimal point. Fanon, the crew, let us focus on the fight of the year. Oh, I did read that. Davis and Garcia, because it's clear as day that April Fool Duck knows if he loses to Spence, his career is finished. Let him go in the Hall of Fame as a duck. Spence, please fight some damn body. Yeah, I've been going off on that for a minute, bro. I didn't skip that one. John Boy said Dave Williams a G, unlike Bud's bitch ass. I don't want to call Bud a bitch. I just think he's in a situation where these guys are playing games, bro. They just think they're smart, man. They are smart. Dave Williams coming through. Yes, sir. Brock Howard came through like a champ. Much love in that super chat, bro. Dude, the boxing powers at B don't want that fight to happen. The ones outside the PBC don't want that fight to happen. They don't want that fight to happen. They don't want another Errol Spence, man. I mean, another Floyd Mayweather, man. These dudes, I'm telling you this, these guys are racist, and some of them are just pandering to racists. And they pander so much that they don't realize it. Because they think they're different than everybody else. Like that moron on that channel that is a front for Steve Kim. That guy that's a front for Steve Kim. Adrian, he said that it is what it is. Yes, sir. That's what I believe. You didn't? Yes, I did. I did read it, brother. John Boy said, Kay, I'm headed back to bed for my guy, Slick Skip. Love you, bro. Hey, man, yeah, get better. Be blessed, Slick Skip. Much love in that super chat, brother. And Jahari Ahad, hey, much love in that super chat, brother. Thank you for that support, man. John Boy said, and you didn't read David Williams super chat, and you owe me, my bro Adrian Molina, a few gongs. These gongs are for what Adrian? Oh, hold on. Adrian, hey. Hold on one second, man. Man, thank you guys. My man Adrian Molina holds me to the highest standards when it comes to these gongs. But Adrian Molina be over here in the Cash App. And I just hadn't opened it yet. Adrian Molina said, hope all is well. Blessings in the chat. Yes, sir, brother. Everything is good. Much love to Puerto Rico. Then my guy, Adrian Molina in the building, brother. Thank you much, brother. Thank you much, brother. Thank you for being just such a consistent supporter and a blessing, man. Simply the best you are. Hey, thank you, man. Mr. Padgett, thank you, brother. Thank you for that support. In that super chat, in the Cash App, brother. Thank you. Cash Apps are big, important. So thank you so much, man. Thank you, man. And my guy, Look at Phoenix says, shout out to Dave Williams. Yes, sir, brother, for that big, huge holler, man. Right there, brother. This is a gong for David Williams, man. Much love in that super chat, man. Thank you for that Cash App, brother. Thank you. Thank you. And I did get it now. I know I got it now. I didn't miss that, brother. Hold on. Let me say this first. Bud turned that fight down back in December, so why give him another opportunity? The walk away again. Whose fault is that, Fanon? It is Terence Crawford's. Whose fault it is? Is it that Errol is wanting to fight Terence Crawford? Errol's. Whose fault is it that the fight is not happening? Terrence's. I know that it is the desire of Errol Spence Jr. to fight Terence Crawford. If you consider that to be a problem, okay, that's a problem. Guilty as charged. He wants to fight Errol Spence. He wants to fight Terence Crawford. He offered to fight him. Yeah, okay. He's guilty of that. There's nothing that's what he's supposed to do. Terence is supposed to accept the fight. But if you're looking to blame, yeah, I guess it is Errol's fault that he wants to fight him. Much love in that super chat. Dave Williams said, Fanon, it's nothing. I'm just showing Duckman that over here in the Fanon circle, we are not broke. And as he thinks he is just saying hi, but he knows we ain't broke. I could give you some inside information that will definitely let you know that they know that we're not broke. Dude, I got people in Omaha. Dude, I got people in Omaha. I got people in Nebraska. No, they do business in Nebraska all the time. So, nah, bro. Brock Howard says, Errol has essentially made Bud the A-side with a desire for the undisputed title. Bud plays games, cut her ass loose. I mean, I agree with that. He basically has, just from being stubborn and not wanting to take the fight. Which is why please move on. Just please move on. Please move on. Bud has literally made the biggest fight in boxing something that people are literally actively saying, like, look, man, please go on. Just go fight somebody else. I mean, it's okay. It's not on you. It's only on you if we just have to keep sitting around and let this guy have his way. Because if he bails and fights somebody else other than Errol Spence Jr., this time, come on, man. One time, shame on him. 2 times, shame on you. And that's for real. 1 time, shame on you. 1 time, shame on them. 2 times, shame on you. 3 times, nah, bro. But that does not alleviate Bud. That does not alleviate the issue. There's no way this fight would not be done if Bud wanted this fight. If he was dead set on getting it, it'd be done. That's a lot of money on this table. Hey, Yamin Yafi, much love for that dollar holler, man. The 99-cent holler, brother. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for that support, bro. Caesar TAMG. Yes, sir, brother. I'm staring at it. My guy, what's going on? Hey, Mr. Loco. And it said, I'm not repeating that, but y'all can read it. Buzz and itch. No doubt. Are they fighting or what? According to Terence Crawford, they have not agreed to fight on June 17th. Jim Jean-Pierre in the building say, good morning, bro. Good morning, chat. Yes, sir. Let y'all see that. Thank you, man. Much love in that Cash App to the great Jim Jean-Pierre and everybody else. Thank you so much, bro. Big gongs for you. Big gong and Mr. Loco. I hate boxing. UFC don't do this crap. Yeah, but the only problem is UFC sucks. I don't care what y'all say. That's an inferior product compared to boxing. The problem with the UFC, to me, is that mixed martial arts fights suck. And you can't tell me different. They suck. That is literally the worst fight that I ever saw, was that last fight that with John Jones and whoever that guy was for the heavyweight championship. That was terrible. That was it. That fight was terrible. All you did is get a kick in the nuts. You got a kick in the nuts and you got a guy choked. What is the big deal about that? That was terrible. That was not anywhere near worth my money. And I paid for that. I've given the MMA chance. The problem with the MMA for me is that it sucks. To me, I don't like the combat form. I don't like it. Like, don't like it. And trust me, dude, I know cats that were longtime MMA fans, longtime MMA that say the same thing. They're like, that MMA sucks. They're like, mixed martial arts used to literally be a guy with one discipline against another guy with a discipline. And now you guys got a bunch of guys that are jacks of all trades, but masters of none. It's not, okay, I am judo, you're taekwondo, let's fight. It's not, I'm a boxer, you're a wrestler, let's fight. Now it is just whatever that is that they're doing. Not saying they can't fight or any of that, but it's just, to me, I don't enjoy it. But other people enjoy it. I don't enjoy it. I don't like seeing people roll around on the ground and choke each other. If they got rid of all of that choking and it was just like punching and kicking, it'd be kickboxing. And I like kickboxing. TBE is TBE. Thank you, brother. Bud need to be stripped or mandated to fight Ennis. I mean, they're never, man, I'm telling you, these guys do not want that, bro. Much love in that super chat, brother. Thank you, man. Kevin Jenkins said, I'm 51 years old. Why are you telling me that? But boxing takes too long. There are boxing matches almost every week. There are boxing matches almost every week. Almost every week. Almost every week. We've had a bunch of really good fights this year. You may be waiting, like, tell me when that fight between John Jones and Ngannou happens. You let me know when that fight takes place. I'll be waiting. You'll be waiting. Thank you, brother, for that support. Keys to the Game Boxing Channel. Made a difference every day. If the next cup that you get made, put the logo over here. And a logo over, like a logo here and a logo here. So that when I do this, I can show your cup every time I drink. I got to do like this right now. Make a difference every day. Make sure you guys go buy this cup. Support my guy, Keys to the Game Boxing Channel. Say good morning, Fanon. Salute to you, my usual suspects, the entire chat. Yes, sir. I'm 51 years old. Yeah, good for you, brother. I don't know why you're telling me that, though, because I know I didn't call anybody a kid recently. UFC and MMA is king. No, it's really not. But if you like it, good for you. Good for you. You can keep it for me, you can keep it. And I've tried. It's like soccer to me. I've tried to sit in hockey. I've tried to watch hockey. I can't do it. I can't see the puck. It's the most boring sport that my God, man, I went to a hockey match one time. I swear it was the most boring thing I had ever been to. All I could see was white. Like, literally, it's just all I saw was people skating around and everything was white. I had no idea where the puck was. It was terrible. Soccer, wonderful to play, terrible to watch. I can watch baseball. I can watch college basketball. NBA basketball right now is like, it's kind of terrible, bro. Like, it's I've been over that. Anyway. Y'all, anyway, I don't want to talk about MMA, man. So y'all, please drop the MMA conversation, bro. What's going on, Ultraman? He said, Fanon, hockey's exciting when they fight. Yeah, if they fight. That's what make basketball more fun. If they let them fight. You know what I mean? If they let them fight, if they let them play defense. But God dog, defense is half of every sport. Half of every sport is defense. And when you take 25% if you make it 75% offense, dude, you lose a lot, man. You lose a lot, bro. You lose a lot when you take defense out of a sport, man. You lose a lot. Anyway, NBA fights were good. Yeah, man. Brock Howard said, not kind of. NBA is terrible right now, man. I can't watch it. Like I can't watch it. I'm not going to watch it. Thank you, brother, for that support. Thank you for everybody for keeping color in the chat. But anyway, yeah, I just can't watch it. I'll watch college basketball is better. Women's basketball is better. To tell the truth, man, I've seen every dunk that there is. I got it. It's not special anymore. You know, I'm sick of 3-point shots. I've seen, you can take a step back and shoot three. I got it. Whoop-de-doo, whoop-de-doo. That's not amazing that you can make a shot from there anymore. It's not amazing. It's not amazing. Oh, whoa, look at how far away. Dude, it's not amazing anymore. If everybody can do it, it's not special. Nothing special about that, man. I'm sick of them 3 points. Sick of them 3-pointers, man. It's whatever, bro. Anyway, boxing will always be an ultimate gentleman's sport. UFC needed Floyd to save them. They don't have a history of star power to do what boxing has done. Also, the stories of each individual boxer. Yeah, we'll see if it goes 200 years. Hunter X says, stop dissing bowling with all this defense. Ah! Yeah, there is no defense in bowling. There's no defense in curling either. You know what I mean? Nah, bro, I'm sick of it, dude. I'm not hating on him. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it, bro. I'm sick of it. Sick of all the I'm sick of it. Okay? I used to like the big men. But let's get back to boxing, bro. Not going to keep doing it. You guys can like whatever you want to. You can like whatever you want to like. That's for you. For me, I don't like NBA basketball anymore. I haven't liked it for years. I haven't liked it ever since they changed the rules and Steve Nash could run all over the place. Nobody could touch him, and he can pick up 9 million assists because nobody can touch him. You're talking about Jordan made the league soft, please. They just stopped people from trying to kill Jordan. Then they made the league soft. When they started, we need more scoring. Everybody likes scoring. Jordan's doing 37. It made a big star, so let's get it so everybody can do that. Anyway, whatever. Anyway, Fulton, I think it's going to be in June. You know what I'm saying? Steve Nash, please. Steve Nash is a poster boy for favoritism. Anyway, Jason Tor, but he could play. You know, he could definitely play. But people are you can block in curling. No, you can't block in curling. That shit like this. No, you throw that thing down there, you scrape ahead of it. It scrapes. You can't jump on the middle of there and block that. Anyway, it is what it is, bro. Look, man, it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. I'm going to get back onto the boxing conversation if you guys do not mind. If you do not mind, we're going to get back on this. Because it is most definitely time for these guys to move on, bro. One more pump fake, bro. One more pump fake, and I'm done. And those dudes are pump faking, man. That what Ring Magazine did yesterday, in my opinion, was underhanded. Because I'm telling you, they're puppet masters. They think they're slick. You block with stone placement. Oh, okay, thanks, man. I don't know, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know. But somebody said, but my guy said, yeah, we can talk about the Ryan Garcia, Gervonta Davis fight. Yeah, man, because Gervonta Davis is the dude. And, man, that's a big fight. They made the fight. No, not a lot of drama about it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, Ryan Garcia is clearly easier to deal with than Terence Crawford is. But the quality of the fight going in is not, pretty much, dog, it's a landslide for who's the favorite, man. In that fight. It's a landslide for who the favorite is in that fight between the two of those. And that undercard is abysmal. I am not going to lie, bro. That undercard is abysmal. Abysmal. The Terence Crawford, the Devin Haney versus Lomachenko's got a better undercard. It sucks. But it's actually, it's probably what for what. The reason that I would say it may be better is because the main event has a chance to be more. There's a chance that the main event is more competitive. Hey, people keep bringing up Regis versus Tank. How you think it goes? Oh, that's a great fight. I got Tank. I got Tank over Regis Prograis, but in a war. In a war. A war. It's a dangerous fight for Tank. But I got Tank in a war. A war, though. Regis Prograis is a very crafty fighter, man. Very, very, very crafty fighter. Has very good power. He's there to get hit, but he's not that easy to hit at the same time. I think it's a terrific fight. Terrific fight. Ray Davis and Fanon, I believe we 1 week away from the anniversary of the Great Duck again. April 16th, 2022. Errol just go fight Boots, Stanionis, or Thurman. I think it's a great fight. I hope it happens. Yeah, that'll be a great fight. I don't know if it does happen because I really don't think Gervonta belongs at 140. I just don't think he belongs in that weight class. But Regis Prograis is a special fighter, man. Like, I love that. He's definitely one of my top 5 or 6 fighters to watch. He's a terrific fighter, man. Terrific fighter. Just makes funny management decisions. Is in more than a good position to get himself somewhere with a promoter that would do it. You say, yeah, he's too small. Yeah, he's 100. Dude, he's 100. Man, I keep calling you dude. Queen Vaughn, he's 100 he's 120. I think he's 130 pounder, really. Or a small lightweight, be fair, because 130 really is a lightweight. Traditionally speaking, 130 is lightweight. Right? It's a smaller half of the lightweights. So I think that he is a lightweight, just a smaller half of lightweight. Just like I think that 140 is welterweight. And that's one of the things that really really went wrong with boxing is that all of these split up weight divisions. And when people say that they're waiting so long for fights, it's not the fighters, it's the organization of boxing that creates this stuff. Where it's so hard to get guys to do it. Like, Terence Crawford shouldn't have a choice. Really. If it was 1950s, Terence Crawford wouldn't have a choice but to fight Errol. He would either have to stay at 135 or he'd have to fight Errol. And ain't nobody going to sit around and watch him fight all these guys while Errol's the champion. And Errol would just have to fight everybody that wanted to fight him. Violator Comedy said, morning for 9. Hope all is well. Who do you see being the top 10, being the top of the 135 division after all is said and done? If I had to pick somebody that would be a top of the 135 pound division, I would probably say Gervonta or Shakur. One of the two. Gervonta or Shakur. And then with a dark horse being Frank Martin. As a female, that's normal. As a dude, you a boy. What is that? As a female, that's normal. As a dude, you a boy. You a boy low. What you mean? I don't understand that, Queen Vaughn. I just didn't. It's clear that you're a woman. So I did not want to call you dude because not a dude. You know what I mean? You're not a dude unless whatever. Unless you decide that you want me to call you dude, then cool, I'll call you dude. But from your picture, it doesn't look like you want me to call you dude. Yeah, man. So to me, it's going to be one of the two of those. Oh, hi, his weight. Look at my previous statement. Oh, okay, thanks. Yeah, okay, sorry. Yeah, I read that. I read that comment in a vacuum. Tara Sims in the building. What do you say? Hey, I gave up on Spence Crawford fight. Bud don't want none. Man, look, man, it is what it is, man. It was very frustrating yesterday for that to come up in the middle of the chat. Will not lie to you. Very frustrating. Very frustrating. Because it's just like, come on, man. Let's get this thing done. But look, I'm gonna put a link in the chat if Jeffrey Brooks wants to get on. Because I could definitely use the entertainment, partner. I could definitely use the entertainment, bro. Hold on one second, man. I gotta do something real quick. Callers welcome. Hit that link in that chat if you want to get on and rap with me. Hold on a second. Bradley Savage ain't been back, huh? Fanon, you starting trouble? Yeah, I'm starting trouble. Of course I'm starting trouble. I like trouble. I like trouble. Trouble is a good thing. Yeah, it's fun to have the conversation, man. It's really fun to have the conversation. For me. Allows me to get some interaction going on. Beverly Savage is asleep. Oh, nah, I called him not Beverly. What did I don't remember. I called him Brady or Brandy or something like that. I might have called him Brandy on accident or something like that. Nah, bro, that's why I think he's a bot, man. He's that Haney bot, bro. Even when Bub was at 140, he was saying he didn't need to move to 147. He was comfortable at 140. Yeah, it is what it is, man. You mean, he's just what he is, bro. Yeah, I think I accidentally called him Brandy, but that was an accident. I didn't intend to call him Brandy. I just accidentally called him Brandy. Fanon was savage to Bradley Savage. I mean, God Fanon was a savage to Bradley Savage. Yeah, man, because he's out there yelling at me, man, and cut me off. I'm not doing that. And you lying. I'm sorry. I'm not going to let you lying pass up. Not lying. He was misinformed. Let me put it that way. Stay, because what he said was not true. Hold on, man. Bud and his team will use this to fight Rocha for more money. Yeah, I mean, he may, man. But whatever, man. It's crazy. T. Wells, I'm at 7-Eleven looking for Bud to ask him why he ducked, man. Look, man, there ain't no ramifications to people telling them stories, bro. Upper echelon in the building. What's going on, man?
What's up, my guy? What's going on with you, Mr. Fanon?
Man, I'm good, brother. What's going on with you, man?
Man, I'm good. I'm good, man. This stuff right here is going crazy, man. Like, I'm hoping that Bud just doing some bull crap, April Fooling again, but this has been going on long enough. I mean, Spence, he came out with a great trajectory, and the injuries just slowed him down. But see, right now, Spence is 33 right now. You know, for the way that he fights, he probably got about 3 good years left of fighting. And I was talking to somebody. You know, I'm real cool with Derek James and everything, but I talk to him all the time. But and I was just going over some things, but like Spence, he has no. All his fights have to be big fights now. All his fights got to be big fights. If he's trying to do what he said he want to do, and all we waiting on is this Bud fight. And if Bud go ahead and connect this fight right here, then Spence will be moving up to 154. And see, people don't think about it, but who you think his first fight at 154 might be?
I have no clue.
I'm thinking it's Keith Thurman up there because
Oh,
Keith
you mean
Thurman's still trying. So
that one? Yeah, that. I
I
mean, yeah.
think Keith took that as a
Besides
step
Keith Thurman.
aside. I think Keith took that as a step aside. He guaranteed the Errol fight at 154 because because he's supposed to have got his mandatory already. But Keith don't care about the best. He want that bag because he got his family going. So I'm thinking that he give us the Bud, then Keith, then maybe go out to Charlo because Charlo said he ain't vacate nothing. And Earl said he want to be undisputed, and he's not fighting no meaningless fights. So there's a chance we can see Bud. If Bud stop holding it up, we can get Bud. Then we get Keith Thurman at 154, and probably another fight at 154 before he goes into Charlo. And then after Charlo, then maybe he can go to 160 and try to pursue that Canelo fight. But we're not gonna see no meaningless fights from Earl. Every one of his fights gonna have to be a bag fight, and it's kind of exciting though. But it's a sad state this boxing world in because I remember when we was coming up, we had Roy fighting James Toney, we had Holyfield and Tyson fighting, we had people fighting. Like we might have missed like Gamboa versus Wamon, but majority of the people they gonna fight because that's how you got the fans. That's how you got the fans, and then the exposure. Now we got fights on pay-per-view that are not even pay-per-view worthy. See, we used to get the fights on regular TV. And if you were special, then you go to cable TV, and then HBO and Showtime. That's where the elite fighters used to fight at. And then when you had a superstar fight, then you get the pay per view. Like these fights that's on pay per view now are not even HBO and Showtime fights that we used to get back in the days. And see, they keep giving us They keep giving us this, and we so thirsty for great fights that we wouldn't have shuck out all this money for these damn fights that ain't even pay-per-view worthy fights. And it's a sad state that the boxing going in. And if people don't start regulating and giving the fights that we want, I feel like boxing ain't gonna be around too much the way we like it. It's gonna probably end up like WWE or UFC or something like that, where it's controlled markedly. What do you think about it?
Oh man, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't. First of all, I think that most of these fights, like, oh, you gotta pay to watch every fight, whether it's a subscription, whether it's something. It not being on free TV, that I think I would prefer for it to be on free TV. But I don't think boxing is going anywhere. I just don't. I don't think it's going anywhere. Um, I think the biggest problem in boxing is, well, the first of all, as long as they don't, if they put any more weight classes in, and if they create any more sanctioning bodies, that expansion, that type of expansion,
Ruined it.
I think that's at the breaking point. You can't do any more of that. Like if you add more, I think boxing needs to contract. I think you need, like, with guys like, hey, can you hit that mute? I got to mute you. You got birds. You sitting near a bird or something. Boxing needs to contract. It needs to contract the weight classes, and it needs to contract those sanctioning bodies. Because if, again, the fights that there are fights that people want to see, which tells you that it is a popular sport. Because if it wasn't a popular sport, there wouldn't be any big fights that people wanted to see. You know what I mean? So I think it's fine. It's in that regard, and people's interest in that, I think, is fine. But it needs to contract, right? It needs to contract the number of networks. It needs to contract the number of weight classes. It needs to contract the number of sanctioning bodies. Because there's only one sanctioning body in the UFC. It's the UFC. The WWE should never be compared to boxing, because that's not even real. You know what I mean? It's not even real. That's a script. That's scripted. But there's only one sanctioning body in the WWE. It's the WWE. You know what I mean? Nobody's watching these small, out of the way professional wrestling tournaments. Nobody, and very few people are really watching like Bellator or other sanctioning organizations for UFC. I think the WBA needs to go out of business, or the WBC needs to go out of business, or the IBF needs to go out of business, or the WBO needs to go out of business. Or one needs to buy the other, and they need to consolidate them so that you have a real ranking system where Terence Crawford can't do this. He just can't do it. He wouldn't be able to do it because when he comes into 147, there's no belt with Jeff Horn. There is no Jeff Horn. Jeff Horn is the number 10, number 12 rated guy in the division, if that's the case. If you can, that's, I mean, look, somebody said, hell no, keep the IBF. I don't care who goes. Boxing will be better if they go. Really, they'd be better if they go.
That's what I was.
Because then you only have to. You can't do what these guys are doing. You don't have to collect 4 belts. You don't got, I'll take this route, that route. Maybe I'll do this route. Oh, maybe I'll stay at 140 because I'm not quite ready for 147. So instead of going right to 135 to 147, you get and go straight from the WB, say the IBF, go from the IBF right to the IBF, because that's the only route. You can go, well, I don't want to go to the IBF at 147 because I won't get a championship shot there unless I beat 5 guys. I'll go to the WBO at 140 because my promoter can get me a shot. Look at what's going on with that garbage over there at 126 with the WBA and the WBC. Or the WBA, yeah, it's the WBA and the IBF there. These UK dudes if I hear one more championship fight going on between what's that dude's name? Josh Warrington, Leigh Wood, Mauricio Lara, what's the other? Mick Conlon. You realize that
Galahad.
both Mick Conlon, and Kid Galahad, both Mick Conlon and Lay Wood both got knocked out, and they're both right back in championship fights. It's like, dude, the WBA, the WBA at 126 pounds is not a world belt. That is a Eddie Hearn belt. 135 is not, those belts are top rank belts. They've been passed amongst all of them, have been passed amongst top rank for years now. Years of well, who's going to fight for the belts next? It's going to be somebody from top rank. You can say the PBC at welterweight. Who's going to be fighting for those? It's more like it's going to be a PBC fighter. Just goes on and on and on and on and on, man. But hey, man, I got two more guys on here, man, so I got to cut, man. You got something else for me, brother?
Yeah, I was gonna say one more thing. That's why I agree with your point, because I was gonna say they should make the other two like secondary belts, and people have to fight, because if you look at the sanctioning bodies, it's 3 different lists for who's in the top 15. You like, damn, it's some names you don't even recognize. So yeah, they need to consolidate and get more people fighting each other. The best fight the best. But I'm gonna get out the way so other people can get up here. Appreciate
All right,
you,
brother. Take care, man. I'll get back with you, man. As always, man, much love. Thank you so much for your support,
peace
bro.
and blessings. Shalom, man.
Yes, sir. Real quick, man, let me get this going. John Ryder said it's time to move on. Spence has done what he said he would do. 3 belts. Now Crawford on the other has misled fans in anticipation for this fight. Now he's just holding the belt hostage and holding up history. I mean, it is what it is, bro. It is what it is, man. Ja in the building. What's going on, man?
What's going on? Good morning.
Good morning. Hey, real quick, man, let me get that going for my guy, Ghost Rider. Thank you for that support, Ghost Rider. What's going on, Ja? What's going on, Ghost? Ja.
I got a lot of birds in the background. I don't know if that's going to be an issue.
Nah, man, you're fine, man. Go ahead.
I wanted to say boxers are good actors because, like, if you look at the Tank All Access, like stuff like All Access and stuff where they write a story for the fight, like I believe because Tank he putting up himself because I believe he already the face of boxing. And he's saying he basically competing with Ryan to see who is the face of boxing. I believe that's good acting on both of their parts. 'Cause I believe if they was just keeping it real, then they would be like, they would already say Tank is the face of boxing. Um, and I want to see. I'm 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 surprised, but it make me feel good that you spoke on that. A lot of people pander to racist people. Um, and I believe that's why a lot of fighters aren't promoted, the way they should be. 'Cause I believe that a lot of other fighters should be up on Tank level. That's what make me believe in different eras, because I believe in the era with Sugar Ray Leonard, you had a lot of other fighters who was on that like same type of level as Sugar Ray Leonard, where they were like popular and everybody wanted to see them fight. That's why I believe that it's different for the eras, because I believe the fighters nowadays not promoted the same. They trying to they need it need to be one man, just like since Floyd was in the league. It's like now everybody only wanted to be one person who's very popular.
Yeah, I mean I appreciate that input, man. Just to speak on it real quick. There weren't a lot of people as big as Sugar Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray Leonard really did stand out above everybody. But Sugar Ray Leonard, everybody. Like, there really is like something to these guys wanting to fight, really wanting the fights. Sugar Ray Leonard wanted to fight Tommy Hearns. He wanted to fight Duran. He didn't. I mean, it took him a while to get to Hearns, but he fought these guys, man. I mean, kind of like Muhammad Ali. There's never been, in my opinion, there's never been anybody bigger than Ali, except for maybe Joe Louis. But between Joe Louis in the based off the
nobody bigger than Ali.
No, I mean within the sport of boxing, as far as a big name in the sport of boxing, Muhammad Ali was big in and outside of boxing, but inside the sport of boxing, Joe Louis was huge. He definitely was
I don't know
definitely big.
nothing about Joe Lewis.
Yeah, let me finish what I'm saying, bro. Don't worry about it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no worries. Joe Lewis was a really, really big dude. He was definitely a big name. You can name, there's a matter of fact, in boxing, there's almost always a really big name. There was Jack Johnson, who was a very, very big name. And then after that, it was Jack Dempsey, who was a gigantic name. And then after that, it was Joe Lewis, who was a gigantic name. And then after that, it was Muhammad Ali, who was a gigantic name. After that, the next really gigantic name was Mike Tyson. And then after that, the next gigantic name was Floyd Mayweather Jr. Those are the guys, like, there's always been that lineage of guys. There's also been other really big name fighters like Sugar Ray Leonard. But Sugar Ray Leonard was never as big as Mike Tyson was, or he was never as big as Ali was. But he was still, like, you know, in between the two, the biggest name of boxing, kind of like Oscar De La Hoya. But the
Yeah,
thing
like, okay, since you brought up
hold
Oscar,
on, man. Let me
that's what
finish.
I mean.
Let me finish, bro. Let me finish.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no worries. All these guys, when you but the common theme amongst all of them is that they wanted to fight they fought everybody around them. Because when they were there were not 4 divisions, 4 sanctioning bodies. There was 3 for Floyd. There was really only 2 for Mike Tyson. Really only 2 for Mike Tyson. There was only 2 for Ali. And at the beginning of his career, there was really only 1. Because everybody that had one had the other. Before that, it was only 1. So these guys, not only did they fight, they had to fight these guys. Now, what you have is, because you don't have to sell tickets, right? Where before you had to sell tickets. Now you got networks paying for fights. So a lot of the matchmaking came from HBO saying, okay, I want this fight, I want that fight, I want this fight. And I just think they got out of that. You know what I mean? But as far as them not being good actors, I mean, look, I don't think either one of those guys are the face of boxing. And I don't think Canelo Alvarez is the face of boxing either. I don't think that there's anybody that when you think, okay, everybody in the world thinks of boxing, they think of this fighter. I just think people are using face of boxing to mean, okay, you're the most popular fighter at the time. But there are people that think that really focus on Canelo. Other people like Gervonta Davis. Other people are on Errol Spence. I don't think anybody really has elevated themselves above it, because none of these guys, for whatever reason, has gotten where he's going to always fight the best guy, either because he's not allowed to or because he doesn't want to. But look, I got to pass to the next guy, bro.
I appreciate you.
All right, anytime, man. You come back, Ja. Blessings to you, brother. Real quick, man, let me get my guy. T-Well said he lost to Rocky Marciano in my Coming to America voice. Every time I bring up Joe Lewis was 87 years old. You know what it is. What's going on, Violator Comics? Always good to see you, brother. What's up? You're on mute.
Hey, good morning, sir. I just stopped by to say, hey, I'm back here working. I listen to you every day, and I saw the link, so I just stopped by to say what's up. Ain't gonna keep you long.
Oh, no worries, man. Hey, do you draw all that stuff behind you?
I designed it, but I hired a professional comic book artist to do those. But those are my characters for my book that's coming out. Yeah.
So go ahead, man. What you want to talk about?
No. I was just stopping by to say, hey, since I saw the link,
man.
Put a face to the Violator Comics.
All right, I got you, man. I thought I saw you before. But maybe I'm wrong.
No, I've never came live. No, never came
live. Okay, cool. I got you, man.
You know, I enjoy the content, man. I'm listening every day now, and that's when I'm back here working. That's what I'm listening to.
All right, cool, man. Thanks, bro. Good to put a face to a name, man.
Yeah, everybody in the chat. Hey, y'all have a great day. See you later, come on.
All right, brother. Take care of yourself, man. Peace. All right. Oh, that's what's up, man. Thanks for coming on, man. I appreciate that, man. What movies has Wilder been in? I don't even care. Why y'all bringing up who cares? What is there some reason to care about what movies Deontay Wilder's been in? Adrian, what's relevant about that? Can't wait for the book. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me know when that comes out, man. Because, hey, man, I'll get it. I'll definitely buy him. Definitely will support you, bro. Can't wait for the book. Yeah, like I don't get it. Like what's in that? Wilder was in an episode of Billions. Okay. Wilder was in Ray Donovan's show. Okay. Why people always bring up Wilder? Dang. I mean, Deontay Wilder's a great fighter, man. Deontay Wilder's somebody who will fight everybody. Deontay Wilder's what's right in boxing, in my opinion. And, I'm going to tell you, dude, Tyson Fury is just on super shadiness, man. Super duper duper shady. Let me check these something real quick, man. Make sure y'all hit that like, man. We got 526 people in the building. We have 134 likes. If you would not mind, bro, hitting that like button, it would be greatly, greatly appreciated, man. It would be greatly, greatly appreciated. Now, that's what I meant. I was like, I know you, but it's not that you had come on before and I'd seen you before. It's because you had another name, and I know that you're a big supporter of the channel, but you were just used to do it under a different name. Yeah, man, Wilder needs. I'm really happy for Deontay Wilder, man. I think Deontay Wilder I think Deontay Wilder is great for the sport. Great for the sport. Hey, my guy Kai said, is that bird chirping? Is that bud chirping in the background? Hey, man, you crazy, man. Shakur versus Yoshino. Dude, I got Shakur versus Yoshino, dog. Okay, I got Shakur versus Yoshino. I can't. Honestly, man, I think the only person that has a chance to beat Shakur is Gervonta. That's me. Can't say I'm a huge Shakur fan, because Shakur Stevenson kind of, he be on some funny times sometimes. Like, he's not, but no. He's just an honest kid, man. He's an honest kid. He's a good kid. He's like a nice kid, really nice kid. He's a fighter. You going in and out, that may be you, bro. I got the best connection I can have right now. So I don't know, man. I can't hear it. Somebody else let me know if I'm going in and out. I think Frank has a chance. Oh yeah, and Frank Martin for me is the dark horse for me. He's the guy that's he's like the X factor there for me. I'm not big on, honestly, I'm going to tell you, dude, I'm not really big on Keyshawn Davis. I think Keyshawn Davis is going to be I think Keyshawn Davis is kind of like a Teofimo Lopez. I think he'll be kind of like that. Y'all hearing that? Hold on, man. See if I can hear something. Yeah, I don't hear that, man. Oh, you froze? Yeah, that must be on you. I think that's on your end. Oh, thought you keep cutting in and out. Thought it was me. Yeah, it doesn't sound like that. It doesn't sound like that when I just played it. So I don't know. It may be on YouTube's part. I don't know. I don't know. But no, for me, the guy that I think is probably Jay Butter Beans. Thank you, brother. See, you good for 9. Thanks, bro. Yeah, it sounded fine to me. I don't know. Maybe on some of you guys in. Michael Ray II said, what's up, Fanon? Just hoping Bud mans up and we get an announcement April 22nd during the Tank Ryan fight. See, let me tell you. Your audio is cutting in and out. It's on your end. You're talking about me? It's on. You talking? Who are you talking to, Fahim? Me? It's on my end or it's on their end? Your audio is breaking up bad. Okay, let me listen for a second. Look. Yeah, it's not breaking up for me. Yeah, it's not breaking up for me, bro. Just refresh it. It's not breaking up for me. I don't know what I can do. It's not breaking up for me. And I usually would have a signal or something, and I would see it freezing. You know what I mean? But look, hey, Michael Ray, when they said that they expect to have it announced during that fight card, that's when I thought it was nonsense. Because if it's not, how are you going to announce it if it's not signed? When you going to announce it follows when it gets signed. And since it's not signed, it was not agreed to, you don't know when they're going to announce it. That's just sounded funny to me, bro. The whole thing sounded funny to me. John Boy says, Bud. I like this. Hey, dude, he be kidding. This you get me in trouble, bro. Itch. If he hits with the ASS, I'm only laughing. Kid Maestro said, Fanon just be talking because he's bored. Everything is Crawford's fault. He loves Spence. The fight will happen and Crawford will be victorious. I'm looking forward to seeing Fanon's mouth shut. King Maestro, you can hit the link. I'm not. How would I shut my mouth? I haven't even talked about who was going to win the fight. And I'm definitely not bored talking because I'm bored. You just talking out your ass. That's what you're doing. I can't wait. Oh, hold on. King Maestro. Oh, hold on. Oh, God. Hold on. Somebody just said, Fanon, it's your audio. No, it's not my audio. That's you all. I'm telling you, that is you all. That is not me. I promise you. That is on your end. Refresh. 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 Yeah, that's somebody. That's another king type of thing, bro. That's not real. Is an itch as duck in the building, bro. Much love in that super chat. Thank you, bro. You listening because he bored. I mean, though he's not. I mean, whatever, bro. I not bored at all, man. Honestly, I can talk about boxing all day. I love the conversations. Check Jason said, cheek talking, no issues on communications. If not, yeah, mine is working fine. It's not me because I keep playing it and I keep hearing myself perfectly fine. I can hear myself that there's no breakups. It's something that's going on in your end. Please refresh the video. Refresh the video. Jason Henderson in the building. Thank you, brother. Said, hey, salute Fanon. I need Spence in that ring, bro. I'm right here in Louisiana trying to go back to Dallas and catch a fight. Exactly. That's me. Schizo Paul, Fanon, are you watching Raymond Ford this weekend? If he's on the screen and it's on, I don't know, man. I may change the channel, bro. I'm trying to tell you, dog. I'm trying to tell you, you really insulted some cats, man. It really ticked me off, dude. Dude really said some stuff to some people, bro, that really pissed me off, man, Raymond Ford. So it's kind of hard for me to get my head around supporting him because he said some very Bud Crawford type of things, but yet he's not anywhere near Bud Crawford status. If Raymond Ford winds up being one of the top fighters in boxing, there's going to be a lot of attitude and a lot of drama going on. Like, nah, bro, his attitude is man, that kid's attitude is terrible. Like, his attitude was terrible. Rip Jones in the building said, John Boy said, Rip Jones, Stone Alone, Big Bro Mike Kirkland, and Herbert Johnson, also my brother. Slick Skip, yes, sir. How is it us? It's you, fan. Hold on, man. I gotta check Fahim. All right, let me see if somebody got their hands on Fahim Sator. Okay, that's not you. Because it can't be me, because it's not me. It's not happening to everybody. If it was me, it would be happening to everybody. No, you're not. We all can't be wrong. Not all of y'all are hearing it. That's what I'm saying, Fahim. Some people are saying that they don't have the problem. Other people are saying they do, and they fixed it when they refreshed. Dude, YouTube is a gigantic system. I don't hear it on my end. Literally, I can play. Watch. I can play this. Okay? I'm playing it, and it's not breaking up. Look, listen to me. Yeah, Fahim, come on, man. You got to stop asking me because I read your comments, man. My eye trains towards your comments, bro. I can't tell you why it's. I don't know for sure why it's happening, but it's not on my end. It's not because it's crystal clear on many people's. If it was on my end, it would be breaking up for everybody, not some people. Rip Jones in the building says salute for 9 and John Boy. Rip Jones. Much love in that super chat, Rip Jones. And my guy in the Cash App, Mr. Upper Echelon said, Shalom, peace and blessings. Yes, sir, man. Peace and blessings, brother, to you, bro. Can I tell you something, man, that I think is very phony? Might be that Teddy Riley Wi-Fi. Hey, I don't know. I can't speak on that. All I know is, look. All I know is it's not. It would, if it was me, it would be everybody. YouTube had layoffs. I have no idea if YouTube had layoffs. Or Google. You mean Google have layoffs? I don't know. I know ESPN got some layoffs though coming up. I know ESPN got some layoffs, and I don't want any. I'm not going to root for anybody to lose their job though. John Boy said the day Bud Duck Spence fight is the day my drug dealer got busted. Sad day in my life. Hey, much love to that. Thank you, John Boy. And my guy T Wells in the building said, I keep hearing Bud's trains in my home state. So I stay going. Oh, I hear Bud trains in my home state. So I still stay going to 7-Eleven looking for Bud, but apparently he ducking me too. Ha, by the way, you sound good to me. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. He said, oh, Joseph Robinson said, I logged in, I logged back in, I logged in, I logged out, and then back in, and it's fine now. Yeah, please do that for me, Fahim Sator. Please do that for me, bro. Please do that for me. Please do that for me, kid. Bradley Savage, where you at? I'm telling you, you are a Devin Haney bot. Bradley Savage, you are definitely you're a Devin Haney bot, man. Where are you? Jeffrey Brooks. Dog, at least you support the channel, bro, but you only talk about Terence Crawford, bro. And where is that dude? Man, there's a whole bunch of dudes used to come around the channel, but Terence Crawford don't come around no more. They're messing with you, dude. There's no audio problem, bro. Look, they're not now. Feems and Horror is not gonna lie about it, bro. Fahim Sator is not gonna play like that. There are literally people breaking up. They're not lying. Hey, my guy Terrell W said, went to get Chinese food for lunch, asked for a few packs of duck sauce for my egg rolls, and they gave me buzz sauce. I'm not gonna say because you wrote dick sauce, so I'm gonna say duck sauce because I think you meant duck sauce. No problems on this end for 9 is them. Yeah. But dude, that don't mean the Fahim Sator, man. Fahim Sator here all the time, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with his. Ain't nothing wrong with that man's. Ain't nothing wrong with that man's signal, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that man's signal, bro. No problems on this. Yes, sir. Let me Why would we mess with him about audio? Yeah, they're not gonna mess up. They're not messing with it, man. We know the guys that are trolls and the guys are not. Quentin Moore in the building said, we Terence Crawford fans are still following. We are just overwhelmed by Spence fans. I mean, you know what it is? That's just kind of fact because there's, it is what it is. It's just a lot more Spence fans. However, it's safe. Hey, thank you for keeping that color in chat. Thank you for that support, bro. Thank you. Devin Haney and Gervonta Davis will definitely save boxing. Bud killed the hype. Nah, bro. Don't nobody care about Devin Haney fight, man. I'm going to tell you the truth, bro. Dog, for real. I do Devin Haney videos because I support Devin Haney by doing videos. I do. Nah, man. It's not. Hey, said, my apologies. Had to close the app and reopen it. No worries, man. But you stubborn, Fahim. Hey, Joe A said, Bud is bad for boxing just like Fury and Canelo. It's a disgrace. We have an argument that Spence is undisputed based on Bud not prepared to dispute. Belts are irrelevant now. Errol has bad luck. Man had this clown in his way. Yeah, it is bad luck for him to have to try to do this with Terence. Anybody else, it'd be done. If it was Manny Pacquiao, that fight would be done. Done. If it was anybody, it'd be done. Like I don't think if anybody in those weight classes where it wouldn't be done. If Gervonta Davis was a welterweight, that fight would be done. The only person that I think maybe it wouldn't be done is Virgil Ortiz, because he's with Golden Boy. But no free agent, bro. No free agent. Nobody that has the ability to make the fight is going to be going through all of this. And then guess what? Watch what happens. If he turns around and accepts it, you're going to have a bunch of Terence Crawford fans. So we knew all the time. We knew it the whole time. See, we talk, nah, stop it. If he takes the fight, something happened. If he took the fight, and I'm going to say that I suspect something happened with the other deal he had. Dog, they're using this for leverage, man. They're using it for leverage. Anyway, Scott, did I get this? I'm sorry, man. Let me get this back because my guy, Joe, let me give you that gong, brother. Thank you so much for your support, bro. Big time. Thank you, Joe A. Thank you, brother. And then my guy, Sky Miller, said, does Fulton embarrass Inoue or a good fight? I don't know, man. I don't know. Could be both. Could be both. Could be both. I don't know. Could be both. I think Steve Fulton Jr. is an excellent fighter. I don't know really how much power he has. At the same time, though, I don't know how much power Inoue has at that weight class. You know? But Steve Fulton Jr., he's going to have a very hard time hitting Steve Fulton Jr. without getting hit back a lot. And so it's a big step up for him, in my opinion. Now, obviously, he had fought Nonito Donaire before. Nonito, shout out to Nonito, he's the guy. Nonito's, on later in his career. If he had fought Nonito Donaire when Nonito Donaire was 26, Monster Inoue ain't winning. That's an L. You know what I'm saying? That's an L, right? And if you're talking about 2017, you're talking about like Monster Inoue like in 2000, a 2016, 17, 18, Nonito Donaire. I don't think there's any question that Nonito Donaire is going to beat that dude. So you're getting in there with Steve Fulton Jr. It's going to be a big step up fight for him. At the same time, though, Bo knows and Wrench and Joe a wrench if possible for sure. It's going to just depend on how he deals with going to Japan. There you go. And who was the other one? Bo Knows Fuego. Oh, yeah, Bo Knows Fuego. Yeah, for sure. Bo Knows Fuego. Bo Knows Fuego. Bo Knows Fuego. There you go. Bo Knows Fuego. Yes, sir. Yeah. So, that's kind of where it is, man, on me with that fight. I got to go back and watch more Steve Fulton Jr. fights. He fought no African-American slick styles, may prove too much. Yeah, I mean, hey, man, Steve Fulton can fight too. Stevie Fulton can fight too. He can bear down with you and fight too. But I think Brandon Figueroa is no joke, man. Brandon Figueroa, I think, is a better fighter. He's more like, he doesn't fight quite as strangely as Omar Figueroa does. or did now that Omar Figueroa is retired. But I was a big fan of Omar Figueroa too. I'm a big fan of Omar Figueroa. But him beating Brandon Figueroa, that was no small feat. And because Brandon Figueroa is definitely somebody that is going to lay a lot of shots on you. Just the amount of pressure that he puts on there. You know what I mean? So it's going to be interesting, man. I just think it's going to depend on how he adjusts to going to Japan. And he should probably go to Japan very early. Yeah, I like Brandon Figueroa is going to make an exciting fight. Omar Figueroa is going to bring an exciting fight. Errol Spence Jr. is going to give you an exciting fight. Now, I'm not somebody that can't see that somebody that is more of the, hit and don't get hit type of guy. I can see the entertainment in that, and I can see how good a fighter they are as well. There's multiple styles that I really like in boxing, I like guys that can pot shot, slip, and really pot shot. Provided they're landing something that is hurting when he's doing it, man, that's to watch the athleticism involved in that can be very, very exciting. John Boy says, Zenith, Batty Rich, and welcome to the crew. Bono Suego and Joe. Love and power. Got to go to work. Peace, family. Thank you, John Boy. Man, thank you for your everyday support, Jan. Oh, okay, I got Justin Hawkins. Joe A said, Fanon, how would you clean up boxing in terms of negotiations, PEDs, weigh-ins? How can boxing prevent ducking? Maybe a rule around ducking. Well, in terms of negotiations, I don't really know what you can do I think if you fix the number of sanctioning bodies and and weight classes, you'll fix the negotiations. If you fix the ranking system, because that would fix the ranking systems, and that would put in a situation where there's less options for you to go and do something else. Because in negotiations, Johnny, there is, the real determinant of who has leverage is what the options are of each party. So the fewer options somebody has, the more likelihood that you're going to reach an agreement, right? The fewer options that you have, the more likely it is that you're going to reach an agreement, because the alternative to do it is not good at all. And that is what Terence Crawford's leverage is the fact that he can say no to the fight, and somebody like BLK Prime will offer him that fight for some money, and Golden Boy will offer him a fight for some money. So that allows him to say, I don't really like this deal. Nah, I'm going to go do something else. If there's fewer choices and fewer options, that limits your ability to do different things in a negotiation. As far as PEDs, I read something that Breadman Edwards said. He's and I think this is probably fair. He said 3 years suspension for the first positive test, life ban for the second, and mandatory testing for everybody. And you shouldn't have multiple choices it shouldn't be up to you to when you're going to get tested and how you're going to get tested. And it should be universal testing for everybody under the same protocol. Weigh-ins, I think, should be the day of. If you can't do same day weigh-ins, that rule from the IBF should be universal. A 10-pound rehydration clause, and that should be maybe 6 hours. 6 hours before the fight takes place, which will have people in their natural weight classes, and where you can't blow up 24 pounds just seems to me to be extremely excessive and really gaming the system. And how can you prevent ducking? Maybe a rule around ducking. Again, that goes back to my first answer as far as the negotiations go. You got to get rid of some of these sanctioning bodies. But then again, the way that these sanctioning bodies become recognized sanctioning bodies is the mainstream boxing media that all of a sudden recognizes a champion as soon as somebody that they like gets one. so that they can call them a champion on TV. So that to me is a network problem as well. I just think it's a complicated situation. How at the same time, you can't be afraid to call somebody a duck. A practical solution to this that can take place among boxing fans is don't give people excuses. People make excuses for Terence Crawford when they blame Errol Spence, in my opinion. When you try to act like it's just both fighters. No, bro, it's one guy. It's him. It came out of his mouth. This guy says he wants to fight, has been said he accepted the fight. This guy is literally the man that is selling the tickets. And this guy is saying he can take it or leave it. The guy that's saying he can take it or leave it in negotiating for other fights, it's him. And you call it for what it is. You call it for what it is. And then hopefully the networks won't pay him to fight guys that are not champion in what you consider to be a championship fight, when you know it's really not one. Because it's really a title fight. You're fighting for that title. No more than Gervonta Davis fighting Ryan Garcia is a title fight. That's not even a title fight because that's not on the line. If you consider that Devin Haney's the undisputed champion, you can see that with Devin Haney, but you can't see that over there with Terence Crawford. John Boy said, my bad. One more wrench, Justin Hawkins, if possible. His above super chat. Thank you, brother. Yes, sir. Hold on, let me slide down because that's how I see it, you know? Hold on. But then even then, you're going to have more problems. So it's not going to fix it because human beings are responsible for that. I don't see it. Who was I supposed to get? Hold on. Oh, there you go. All right, got you. Got you. Hey, y'all, man, hit that like button, man. Hit that like button for your boy. Marcus E. I think the next one is Marcus E. Much love and thank you guys for your support today. Let me back up because I might have missed something. No, I didn't. Marcus E. in the building. Much love in that super chat, brother. Thank you for that support, brother. Fanon, what about the top guy in one automatically being the mandatory for all sanctioning bodies? I appreciate you. Yeah, you can't do it. Oh, man, that's terrible, man. God dog, man. Oh, man, rest in peace to that. Oh, that's crazy. Whoa. Yeah, I use Cash App, man. Cash App, no joke, is really great. It's really great for YouTube, bro. Like, it is. I can't lie. It's great. I appreciate anybody who supports in the super chat. And rest in peace to him, man. That is terrible. I mean, Fanon, what about the top guy in one body automatically being the mandatory? You know, they can't do that. You can't. They'd have to consolidate. They would have to consolidate. They would have to consolidate the sanctioning bodies for that to take place. You know, it would have to consolidate. They would have to consolidate. They would have to consolidate the belts. Otherwise, it's not in their rules. You're not allowed to mandate a guy in one division to fight your guy. Really? They just should never add. Please just don't. The best I think we can really do with sanctioning bodies is not add another. The idea that they're trying to put in the IBO, and guess who tried that? Eddie Hearn tried that. Eddie Hearn need to get out of boxing, though. God dog, man. That dude is horrific. Joe A said, Amir Khan got busted for Osterine in Bomac's camp. Oh, my God. Against Kell Brook. Reynoso became questionable for his training methods. Will Bomac. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that. Yeah, that is Bomac. So Bomac got a fighter to pop dirty, huh? Bomac trained Amir Khan for that fight? So we got somebody that dropped. Hold on, man. I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. I'm definitely about to throw somebody up out of here. Hold on. Yeah, bro. Don't bring up superior race, bro. I had to get rid of that comment. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that. Don't bring that in there. Please don't bring that type of talk in, man. That is pure racism right there. You don't get any more racist than that. Than saying who's the master race or who's the superior race. Race is racism. If you believe one is superior, then you believe one is inferior. I soundly reject the superiority of any race of people because I don't think there are races. I think that is concocted to box people up so that you can justify mistreating them based on attributes you assign to that race. Actually making them fight mandatories, no buyouts. I mean, yeah. Nah, it's just look. Please, Rick Tim. Rick Tim's, I'm trying to tell you, I'm going to take all of that out. I'm going to take all of that out. We all got arms. We all got legs. Yes, melanin is most definitely dominant. Yes, melanin is dominant. It is a dominant trait. Yes, it is. You know what I mean? That doesn't make you a superior person. It doesn't make you as a whole a superior person. Yes, it's better conditioned to deal with the sun. Yes, absolutely. Better conditioned to see in the sun. Europeans are easier to hide in the snow. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is, bro. But I just don't like doing that. Please don't do that, bro. Cam, it was Amir Khan's Bomax camp. So Bomax had somebody pop dirty in his camp. We'll see. We'll see if that continues. WT Sanders in the building. WT Sanders in the building. Much love in that cash app, brother. Thank you for the $10 holler. Thank you, brother. That's big. Thank you for that support, man. No, I'm not. I'll ask Rick Timms twice not to. Fanan, so you can't be ranked in one body if you're a champ in another. Shout out to my John boy. No. Nope. But there has been an example where I saw that, and that example that I saw was Jorge Linares, who strangely was ranked both in the WBC and was the WBA champion at the same time. So they can make exceptions for that. They can do whatever they want to do. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? John Boy in the building said, I'm Asian and I feel at home in this chat. Yeah, brother, you are at home in this chat. Because I would soundly reject anybody that tells me that Asians are smarter than black people. I don't believe that. Don't believe that. I don't believe it. Okay? I've met plenty of Asian dudes I thought I was smarter than, and plenty of black people that I thought were smarter than me, and a lot of dumb people that are categorized as white, and very brilliant ones that were not. They were categorized as they were European. Just it is what it is, man. You know. It is what it is. However, there are classifications that people fall into, which are races. But there are classifications, and people get mistreated in those categorizations. You know what I mean? And I've had a conversation. A good friend of one of my daughter's best friends is Korean. And her mother said something to me one time because she was like, you really represent your race. She's like, you're very, very handsome and you really represent your race well. And it's because there was an all-black school in the area that their kids went to. And her daughter went to pretty much an all-black school. But she was like, a lot of people don't represent your race right. And I asked her, I was like, do you know any Korean criminals? Do you know any underhanded thieving people in Korea? Because she came from Korea. She's like, yeah. I was like, well, there you go. If you're in Korea, there's going to be thieves, crooks, liars, people that are not taking care of their business. They're going to be all through Korea. Right? But when you come to the United States, this is where we're from. This is where we're from. So you're going to see all of us. You're going to see this because this is where we're from. There's 40 million of us. You're going to see all of us. So you're going to see me. You're going to see somebody over there, right? There's all that stuff everywhere. So anyway, that's why I just don't, you know what I mean? It is what it is, man. But judged by the worst. Yeah, yes, because what it is you're the exception if you're not that way, because that's the description put upon it. That is the default characteristics that were sold to justify slavery. Why should you be able to enslave anybody? Because they are naturally this way. They're naturally aggressive. They're naturally lazy. They're naturally this way. That's how they are, because that's what their race is. They're born that way. Since they're born that way, it's our duty, it's our manifest destiny to civilize them. If you put a group of people and you say, they're smart, they work hard, but they're kind of ostentatious, so we need to be careful of them. Right? That's what that stuff is, man. You know what I mean? That's what that is. But anyway, Derrick James has never had a fighter pop dirty. I want answers, and Bud better say something better than calling me broke. Hey, man, it is what I say. Man, go check it out. All I can say, but he can't leave Tank alone. I mean, look, I don't care about what Bill Haney has to say about Gervonta. That's because it doesn't matter. I care what he has to say about Devin. And whether or not Devin's going to fight, how that fight's going to be going this weekend. Which is no guarantee, not this weekend, next month. I'm sorry. Zenith 360 in the building said, but that's what I was saying yesterday, Fanon. Bomac now has one pop dirty, no one testing and wearing gloves. He can't have too many weird scenarios. Now, that's true. Sky Miller said there is one human race. Exactly. Definitely that is the truest statement that there is. There is one human race. And we are very much a part of it. Race is racism. The very belief that people are distinct moral and intellectual capabilities, and that their lives are designed for certain purposes, right, is racism. You talking about Frill Bill? He says things about Gervonta to talk about his son. That's weird. I mean, look, man, Bill Haney is obsessed with Tank, man. Yeah, I mean, he's in his feelings, man. It is what it is, bro. Whatever. You know what I mean? Just whatever, bro. Whatever. No joke. Really, really and truly. Whatever. It's really whatever. He's got to do what he's got to do, man. He's not supposed to talk about anything but Devin. King of King, Busted Gloves, Bud, and Amir Khan, Bomac, we need answers. They stay watching and capping. Hey man, it is what it is, bro. But like I said, man, just don't try to get me to say something other than what I truly, truly believe. Okay? It is what it is. I'm not doing that. Because that's not gonna pan out. Hey, Adrian Millionaire said, let's keep race out of the chat. Yes, sir. Great. I would love it. Unless it's relevant, Adrian Molina. In which point in time, if it's a relevant conversation, I'll talk about it. If it's a relevant conversation. You know what I mean? Because it got dog for sure can be relevant at time, Adrian. Molina. Much love in that super chat, Adrian Molina. I went overtime on your gong, brother. I went overtime. Fanon, Miller, Errol, who you got and how? I have no clue. I got to watch that fight. I got to watch Errol. I think I got Errol by decision. That is a God dog. Jermell Charlo's big. Like Jermell Charlo is big compared to Errol. Big. Let's not gloss over Bomax camp snack, exploding gloves, and PED's thoughts. That's a lot of craziness up in there, bro. It is snack. You know, it is what it is. I don't necessarily trust snack. I don't trust, I'm not necessarily what's it, Victor Conti? Definitely has a shady history. Exploding gloves, that's a violation. That fight should absolutely positively be overturned. And David Avenetian, so most definitely get a no contest out of that fight. I don't think there's any doubt about that. And PEDs, once shame on you, twice shame on them, twice shame on you. I don't have anything that would lead me to believe that Bomac insisted that he get on Osterine. I have a suspicion that was Amir Khan that made that decision, but it is what it is. If he gets another one, though, and blatant ducking, the blatant ducking is definitely blatant ducking. What did he say? Aaron Jones said, what surprises me is how many channels love drama so much that they let Bill Haney say anything on their channel. I mean, you really can't stop him. He's a figure in boxing. Say anything on their channel. Nines will have Rick Glazier on your channel. What? Look, man, Rick Glazier is more suspect than Bill Haney. Bill Haney is he's a promoter. He's supporting, he's just a promoter, bro. That's what he's supposed to do. He's doing his job. Ignore it. Just ignore him. That's the best you can do. I don't listen to Eddie Hearn. I'm telling you, man, Eddie Hearn, every time Eddie Hearn's mouth starts running, man, I'm like, I don't listen to Bill Haney. If you ask me whether or not I listen to him, no, I don't. There's no need for me to hear Bill Haney. Unless you guys tell me something. There's no need for me to hear him. I already know what he's going to say about any circumstance ahead of time. And I've never missed. I know what he's going to say. He's going to say whatever is necessary to say at the moment. That is not rocket science. That is what it is. You know what I'm saying? There's no need for me to listen. There's nothing new coming out of there. I know what Devin is going to say. There's nothing new coming out of there. Nothing. You know who I want to hear talk? Jermell Charlo is who I want to hear talk. Errol Spence is who I want to hear talk. Because there's something different coming out of Jermell Charlo's mouth every time that makes me laugh like that dude is hilarious to me. Bill Haney has done an incredible job making a name for his kid. We will see if he shows up in the pay-per-view buys. No. That he has brought 10 times the attention this kid than boxing alone would have. No, I mean, not really. I don't think so. I don't think all of this stuff is really, I think he's made more money. The best thing that they have done is that they have maximized his income. by making very strategic moves designed to put money in his pocket. As far as his name and notoriety, I did this yesterday. It's no bigger than Shakur Stevenson's is. Unless by that you mean since Shakur Stevenson was an Olympic silver medalist, right? And he's been fighting on ESPN for several years now, that Devin got to that level because of, but his numbers are not better and not any bigger or better than Shakur's are. Really. And Shakur, and guess what? Gervonta Davis doesn't do any of that stuff. Any of it. Like, Devin Haney would be better off if he would knock somebody out. That's what's missing. John Boy is an Asian brother. Hey, much love in that super chat, bro. John Boy is a person of color. He's a person of color. I'll state it that way. Much love in that super chat, bro. And honestly, I really don't see 2 cents worth of difference in the lives of any people of color. Not 2 cents worth of difference from what I see. Anyway, they're not better at all. Fanon Shakur is the highest selling ticket on their roster. It's my point. Like, what? I don't want to keep talking. I got to do this because Zenith 360, bro. Please put Haney conversations. Seriously, man. Like, I got to say this. You got to put Haney conversations in. You got to sponsor the video for Haney conversations. Like, on the real. You just don't know how it kills my channel, bro. Like, for real. That's why I like doing them in videos, because there's ad revenue on them. I'm telling you, it's like nope. You people don't really care about that dude, man. Like, they really don't. And I know y'all hate me. I know you hate me, but you know it's true. Do you look? I very rarely watch Ness's channel when Ness, like Boxing Voice. I very rarely watch that. But dude, you see the look on his face when he's talking? Dude, he's in pain. He's literally in pain. Like, oh God, I can't believe I gotta do this shit. Like that. You know what I'm saying? Fanon, are you referring to? Yeah, I am. Haneyeites love pillow talk, Fanon. Yeah, so it's like, look, man, please don't know. You're taking over the chat, bro. Y'all taking over the chat. I'm sorry. I can't do it. I can't do it, bro. I'm serious. It messes up the chat every time. I'm telling you, man, I would be better off talking about Alexander Usyk. Ask me what I think about Usyk or Inoue or somebody else that people in my chat really like. They don't care about that, man. Really. You're being force-fed that. Like, force-fed it. Eat your spinach. You know what I mean? I don't want cream. I love cream spinach, though. Are you talking about, hey, dude, I don't know what you're talking. I'm not doing that no more, bro. Hey, Boots. Yeah, man. Can we talk about Boots? Lord, who is Boots fitting to fight next, man? Let's get Boots back. Let's get Boots back, man, bro. Would make a lot of people happy except yourself by doing a... Dude, he's not going to come to my channel. I'm not going to have... Devin Haney's not coming to my channel. He's not coming to my channel. I'm not asking. He's not coming. Okay? If I asked, he wouldn't come. If he asked me, I mean, I would do it, but what's the purpose? For real. Go on $1 million worth of game, bro. $1 million. Hey, shout out to whatever them dudes' names on $1 million worth of game. I don't even want to say that because I don't know their names. Shout out to them. Rick, man. I don't want to talk about Devin Haney anymore. I don't want to be a Devin Haney hater, bro. I don't want to do it. I don't. I want to be set free from that. I want to be set free. My opinion about that whole scenario is so crystal clear that there's nothing else to talk to me about. Yeah, Wallow and Gilly. Wallow and Gilly. Look, man, what am I going to say, bro? I don't want to be peer pressured into being, yeah, let me find a way to say that, yeah, I really care if Gervonta Davis fights Devin Haney. The truth of the matter is I don't. I don't care. It is very much, you got to come in and out, HMC. HMC3 coming in. The fact of the matter is, you can push me to the point where I don't care. Terence Crawford and Errol Spence at this point in time is really to the point where I don't care if Errol fights him next. I don't care. And why is that? Because there's too much BS. I don't care if he fights him next. I don't care. The only thing that I care about is that they fight somebody. Just fight somebody. Fight. The only person that I have all I want is for Errol Spence Jr. to fight somebody. That is it. That's it. I don't care who he fights. He could fight David Avenesian. Matter of fact, if he fought David Avenesian, I would be laughing all day and justifying it. Do you understand that Errol Spence Jr. right now could fight David Avenesian and none of y'all could say anything about it? Nothing. He could fight Karen Kukadajian and none of y'all could say anything about it. None of y'all that made excuses for Terence Crawford fighting that guy has any grounds whatsoever. If Errol Spence Jr. jumps up and says, I don't want Terence Crawford fight because I don't like the money. He wants more money than I think he should. I got to pay my kid. I got to feed my kids. I'm fighting David Avenesian. You guys couldn't say anything about him for all the excuses you make for Terence Crawford. I don't care if he fights Terence Crawford next. I don't. I just want to see him fight. And quite honestly, I would be relieved if he fought Keith Thurman. Let's just get Keith Thurman fight. Do you want to see Boots versus Thurman, Errol going up? Do I want to see Boots versus Thurman? I will take any good fight amongst any of those guys in that weight division. I will take any Keith Thurman fight. I will take any Keith Thurman fight. Will he sell well? I don't know if he'll sell well or he will sell well or not. Is he a major draw in the sport of boxing yet? No, he's not. Does he have the potential to be? Not as long as Terence Crawford sits up there and holds that belt. He doesn't have the ability to get any of that until either he gets the fight, he gets a championship fight, and Errol Spence Jr. fights him, or Errol fights Terence Crawford, the winner fights him, something like that. It would be good for him to fight Keith Thurman. He has all the tools necessary to do that. All the tools necessary to do it. Love Jaron Ennis's fights. You know what I mean? But the fact of the matter is, in boxing right now, there's only going to be so many people that are stars. Because that's how boxing has always been. There's only a certain number of people that are going to be big name stars. There's only a finite number, a small number of people in the UFC that are big stars in the UFC. John Jones and whoever other two names you guys tell me. John Jones, Francis Ngannou, I don't know who else. That's it. They're going to have two or three. That's it. And those guys lose all the time. So they go away quick. Sky Miller in the building said they press charges on Errol. Poor David Face. I mean, I'll take it. It was a fact from credible sources. And then Terence Crawford said it was not true. Stay up with the news. Oh, we got off that conversation, bro. God, dog, thank you. God, dog, thank you. Dude, how many are there? How many big stars are there in boxing? 5, 6, maybe? Big ones. There's Canelo, there's Errol, there's Gervonta, there's in Japan, there's Monster Inoue in Japan. That's it. That's it. That's it. Those are the only ones that move the needle. They're the only ones. You can say Tyson Fury, but I don't believe it. He can't even fight. He can't make money fighting his own. He has to go to Saudi Arabia and fight in a room full of sheiks in order to make big money. That's it. No, bro, I don't believe that. I don't believe Tyson Fury is I don't believe he's some big star. I don't. I believe he won a big fight, but I don't believe Tyson Fury is some big boxing star. I don't believe him. Don't believe him. Anthony Joshua, I don't think he's a big name anymore, a really big name anymore, because he lost back-to-back fights. He may get it back. Terence Crawford, definitely not. It's Errol, it's Canelo, it's Errol, it's Gervonta. There you go. Deontay Wilder lost. If Deontay Wilder got a fight with Alexander Usyk and got a fight, he could really blow up, and he could maximize the fan base that he has for sure. Because Deontay Wilder is somebody that can really give you knockouts and make it exciting, but not certain other fighters, man. No way. You go 12 rounds every fight. And that's not my fault. Virgil Women said, great fights coming this year. What are you most looking forward to? How do you rate Stevie Fulton Jr.? I rate Stevie Fulton Jr. top 10 pound for pound in boxing. It's got to be unified champion, beat Brandon Figueroa like that, and then some. Boots and Thurman possible undercard. They're not fighting. They're not fighting, but they're not possible on that undercard. No. Keith Thurman is not going to fight on an undercard. Boots is not fighting on any more undercards. So, no, I do not believe that. I believe that is just talk. And, that would be great. Yeah, we can get. No, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I think that's just a conversation people start to differentiate their version of the news from other people's version of the news. No. No. Keith Thurman is not about to miss out on the Errol Spence Jr. fight and then jump on the pay-per-view undercard. You see what the undercard looks like for Gervonta and Ryan? You think Terence Crawford is going to leave enough money on the undercard for undercard fighters? No. Terence Crawford is going to want big enough a guarantee where you're almost guaranteed there's not going to be enough money to get them on the undercard. It's going to be Errol Spence Jr. versus Terence Crawford. The undercard is going to be Jason Rosario versus Yuka Dukazuka, number 4. Okay? That's what's going to be on that undercard. No, I don't see that. I think we were super blessed with the undercard that was with Gervonta Davis and Hector Garcia. But the great fights coming this year, yes, sir. What do I look forward to the most? Of the fights that are now still coming, I probably look forward most to the Devin Haney-Lomachenko fight. You made me say his name. That fight, I'm looking forward to the most. For some reason, like for Gervonta and Ryan, I'm looking forward to it. But to me, I think Gervonta, and again, I can say again, I'll say every time I say I could be wrong. But I think Gervonta may wind up just really, really mopping that kid. There's a chance of that kid getting mopped. With this, I think Devin Haney is in his first real fight. I think, like, for example, I was more worried for Gervonta Davis against Hector Garcia than I am for him against Ryan Garcia. I think Hector Garcia is a better fighter than Ryan Garcia is. They may be an unpopular opinion, but I think that's a harder fight for him. I think it's a harder fight. I definitely believe that the Mario Barrios fight was a more difficult fight than what Ryan Garcia should be. But with the fight with Lomachenko, you all are underestimating Lomachenko. Or I'm underestimating Devin. And I could be proven wrong. And if I'm proven wrong, I'll say there's ahead of time, I'll tell you there's room for me being wrong. But you guys just like Devin Haney fans trash Lomachenko, underestimate Lomachenko something fierce, dude. Being massively overrated at a point in your career does not mean you're not an extremely good fighter. I think Miguel Cotto was overrated. That doesn't mean he's not a very, very good fighter. I think that Manny Pacquiao was overrated. Very overrated. And that doesn't mean he's not an extremely, extremely good fighter and an extremely dangerous fighter. He is. Those guys, Vasily Lomachenko is a world-class fighter, man. Do not lunch. That is not George Kambosos that you're looking at. That is not Jorge Linares that you're looking at. That's not Jose Pedraza that you're looking at. That's a different type of dude, man. And that guy wants that fight. All of that discussion that people are saying about ducking and this and that, man, Vasily Lomachenko ain't ducking Devin Haney now. You don't hear him talking like Terence Crawford is about I don't need it for my legacy. No, this dude is straight saying it. That's what I want. I don't have it. That's my dream. That undisputed is my dream. I want all of those belts. I want to be the only champion in the division. I've never had that before. He don't look worried about Devin at all. I don't care if he looks at him and says, yeah, man, you you big. Doesn't make a difference. He ain't turned down the fight. And that man does not have to take that fight. That man could wait around for that guy to get out of the weight class and do something else. He could, but he's not. So for me, I look at that fight like, look, man, there's just like with Devin and Ryan, there's definitely a chance you guys can be waking up and I'll be watching the fight where you see a bunch of videos about robbery, blatant robbery. It's a robbery. Oh, he shut him out. Oh my God, the corruption. Get ready for it. You know what I mean? Do your thumbnails now so you can get that up first. That can happen, partner. That can happen. I'm telling you, that can happen. So to me, that is a fight that I'm looking forward to see because I want to know what's up with that. I do. I want to see what's up with that. Another fight that I'm really looking forward to is whatever Jose Ramirez is going to do with Regis Prograis. Now that we know he ain't no big draw, and they gave away 9,000 of his tickets. Jose Pedraza, don't act like you the one dictating 50-50 out of the champ. You're not drawing no figures, Jose Ramirez. Justin Hawkins said, salute for 9. Appreciate the wrench, OG. I appreciate you for all the content you bring us. Dedicated on your own time. Yeah, man. It is. All of our times are all of our times. So all my time is my time. Marquis in the building. And thank you again, brother Justin, for that support, bro. Yo, no, I know Deontay Wilder's a star. Yeah, absolutely. I know he's a star. When he makes a big fight, that's going to be a big fight. You know what I'm saying? When that makes a big, I think Cotto was overrated. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. I thought Miguel Cotto was overrated. What? I did. Man, let me tell you something, Eric Stozer. You're underestimating Ryan, to be honest. You can't be honest about it. That's your opinion. Well, you said, in my humble opinion. Barrios ain't messing with Ryan. He'll beat Ryan. Mario Barrios will beat Ryan. Beat Ryan. Ain't no way in the world I'm taking Ryan over Mario Barrios. Ain't no way. I'll take, first of all, he's never going to fight him. Second of all, I will take that in a minute. John Boy said, I got 50 on Loma. Any takers? If I win, I'll donate to the channel. Thank you, brother, for that support, brother. Zenith 360 said, I'm more nervous for Tank and Ryan than I am for Haney and Loma. Zenith, because you ain't a fan of Haney or Loma. Don't get me wrong, bro. I'm nervous for the fight. I'm just saying, which am I looking forward to more? I know it's a lot of talk, a lot of everybody going to be going, but there's a lot of aftermath to that. A lot of chips on the line. for Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia. A lot of that. But as a boxing fan that wants to know what these guys are, that one for me. John Boy in the building said, for my bro, Benson Hedges. Yes, sir, brother. Shout out Benson Hedges. I had to take that comment out though, because I don't want to get into that. What makes him overrated to me? For me, I mean, I don't even know how to explain that to you. People thought he was thought he was a great fighter. I didn't. I thought he was a good fighter. Didn't think he was a great fighter. What? He's good at everything. I didn't think he was particularly special at anything. I think he's a very good fighter. At the time that HBO was pubbing him up, I think it's a Juan Manuel Marquez. Like, I think Juan Manuel Marquez, based off what people think about him, I think he's very underrated. Juan Manuel Marquez. I think Miguel Cotto's a little overrated. But they're good fighters. Cotto would beat Bud. I don't know if he would beat him or not. I don't know. I don't know if he beats him. I think Errol will kill Cotto, though. I think Errol Spence Jr. will kill Miguel Cotto. I don't think Miguel Cotto is nearly as good as Errol Spence is. That's my belief on it. Obviously, they'll never fight. Planet Miguel Cotto would have ever wanted was Errol, because he's going to do what Margarito did to him without loading them gloves. So, you know what I mean? That's just me though. But anyway, like I don't want to digress into a big long conversation about my opinion on Miguel Cotto. Miguel Cotto's a Hall of Famer. He's a Hall of Fame fighter. I thought Kovalev was a very good fighter, but he's overrated. He's overrated, but he's still a very good fighter, is what I meant. If you get in the ring with Miguel Cotto, bro, it's not going to be an easy fight for you. That's me. A Kilo Netter in the building said, I'll take that bet, John Bowie. Hey, that's what's up. You're on the books, a Kilo Netter. Said, Keith Johnson said, Fanon, could Regis and Ramirez fight happen in New Orleans? Probably not. They'll move that out there. They'll do that somewhere out west. They'll do that somewhere out west. You know what I mean? That's a fight that should be on an undercard. That's a fight that should be, that's the type of fight that should be like, if you actually had to sell tickets to fights, that's the type of fight that would be like, right up underneath Errol Spence Jr. versus Keith Thurman or Errol Spence Jr. I didn't want to see Terence Crawford. That type of fight is something that is like, that is some steak and potatoes type of fight right there between Regis Prograis and Jose Ramirez. Jose Ramirez don't want that fight, though. Jose Ramirez is going to go to sleep in that fight, more than likely. Yeah, exactly. King said it'll be in California. That will capitalize on that Mexican fan base out there. Yeah, more than likely that'll be the case. Yeah, Bud over Cotto is legit in my book. Yeah, I don't know, man. Honestly, man, I think Miguel Cotto will be a hard fight for him, though. I think it'll be a hard fight for him. We'll see, man. Well, I don't know, man. It's just, I don't want to, the whole Bud situation kind of bugs me, but I don't want to underrate him because, again, man, you don't know what it is. Just because he's not fought these guys doesn't mean he isn't what he says he is. You never really know that until he takes it and you find out. You know what I mean? Was Cotto ever flatlined? I'm not sure Bud could stop him. I mean, look, man, at this point in time, Terence Crawford is getting, check your phone. Oh, for sure. Yeah, Regis the dog, man. I mean, I would take Regis and Terence Crawford. I would love Regis and Terence Crawford. I think that'd be a great fight. Regis and Terence Crawford. Adrian Molina, I think I got you before, though, brother. But I'll get you again. Oh, no, you did. You got it again. He said, I got a yard. I got a yard on Loma. Fanon, hold the money. I got you. You gotta, what's a yard? What's a yard? You gotta, you gotta help me with the slang, bro. What's a yard, brother? Look, man, I just think that Ryan Garcia, bro, it's gonna be tough on him, man. He's got it like it's 100. Thank you, bro. A yard, 100 yards. Oh, like a football field, 100 yards. Okay, because I was like, a yard is 3 feet. A yard is 3 feet. So, it's a meter 3 feet. Yeah, a yard is like 3 feet. A yard is like 3 feet. What is a meter? Anyway, it's 100. Okay, that's what's up. All right, you got 100 on Loma. I mean, Loma's a good bet for $100. Loma's a good bet for $100 because you definitely got the robbery factor of that coming on. You definitely got the judge. The judge is going to put that thumb on the scale for Lomachenko. Definitely got that. You definitely got that factory. Meters like 3 feet. Think a meter is 3 feet. A yard is like 3.5. It's close though. Yeah, a yard and a meter is 3.3. A yard is 3 feet. Okay, it's close though. Because I know the meter is longer than the yard because the 100 yards is the 100 meters is 110 yards. So it's 10% more. So yeah, a meter is 3.3 feet while a yard is 3 feet. Wait, who said Margarito had loaded gloves? You know what it is. Was that proven? What was proven? That Margarito had loaded gloves? Yes, it was definitely proven. Yes, he had loaded gloves. Yes. Yes, it was proven that he had loaded gloves. He had loaded gloves against Shane Mosley. And after the fight, oh, by the way, people are no, a meter's not 6 feet. A meter is 3 feet, bro. Meter's 3 feet. 3.3, something like that. Meter's not 6 feet. Meter's 3.3, bro. Anyway. One meter is 3.28 feet. One meter is 1.09 yards. Right. And you round that up to 10. That's why it's 100 meter and 100 yards. Yeah. Mosley legit made Margarito contemplate retirement. Yeah. And then after Miguel Cotto got back in the ring with Margarito, he beat the brakes off Margarito. Because he said after he thought his gloves were loaded. Just like Deontay Wilder saying, I know Tyson Fury cheated. Don't want to hear none of the nonsense. Tyson Fury cheated. And I believe 100% Tyson Fury cheated Deontay Wilder in all 3 of those fights. All 3. The problem I think he's going to run in there, though, with Alexander Usyk is that, dude, Alexander Usyk is more than likely, bro, going to, hey, man. Pop dirty if you want to against those dudes. You're going to find some funny business. You're going to find funny business on both sides of that. Yep, lifetime cheater. Not in a fight. He testified earlier that he was part of Balco. All 3 for 9. What is that? All 3 for 9. God bless. God, glad somebody agrees. Yeah, man. I mean, look, dude. Look, man. Them Eastern Europeans don't think steroids is cheating. Okay? They don't think it's cheating. So it is what it is, bro. You can definitely wind up seeing something. And I'm going to maintain that. I think a lot of those UK guys are doping. I think there's heavy doping going on in the UK. Heavy doping going on in the UK. Looking at how some of these guys fight, I suspect these guys are doping. The way that people in the UK, you never find out that they dope for years. How long ago did Amir Khan? How long ago did Amir Khan fight Kell Brook? You just now finding out that man popped dirty? Dark Basic Truth said, after this, Bud has to be removed from the pound for pound list. I mean, look, man, this is just more talk, man. People said it was going to happen. His people say it's not true. So it very well could be that somebody close to Errol, Spence, and those guys were like, yeah, it's really done. We've agreed to all these things. We're right there. But then Bud will get you right there, but then still say no. It's not done until it's done, and he will take forever to do it. You know? Basic Truth in the building. Thank you. Much love in that super chat. And Matthew Thomas said, morning for 9 in the chat. I'm late, but I'm here. Thank you, brother, for being here. And shout out to you and Basic Truth in that super chat, bro. Thank y'all for that support. That's because they're domestic level underachievers in boxing and need to find a way to the top. Like, I mean, you can just see the way these dudes don't get tired. They can take a ton of shots. They just, like that one guy, Liam Williams, that fought Demetrius Andrade. I'm like, dude, you were taking bombs to the chin. Demetrius Andrade starts to get tired, but you never get tired. They just assume he's going to keep coming. Also, dude, I would be interested in the testing protocols these guys are asking for. If you are not if Terence Crawford's not testing right now, and it is April 5th, how are you going to get legitimate and really good drug testing for that fight? If they don't even agree to it till 8 weeks before. You know what I mean? Anyway, no one is beating Fury easily. I don't know. You can get hit. He can get hit. Usyk is a good fighter, man, and it's a different style of fighter, and it's a southpaw. Do not be surprised if Alexander Usyk beats Tyson Fury. Don't be surprised at all, man. He's a very, very, very wily guy. And obviously, there's a problem with Tyson Fury fighting him. Obviously, there's a problem with him fighting him. Obviously. It's way too difficult for him to make that fight. Bobby Patterson, I got a bet as well, Fanon. Not a fan, but I think it's going to be a fight. I will donate to the channel. If I win, donate to the channel in my name. If I win, donate it to the channel in my name. Yeah, I can't donate money to myself. It costs money. That's just a way to, I can't donate to this channel. I will donate first of all, you're talking about going to take that bet to him? If you take him with me, I personally cannot donate to this channel. That's nonsense. You know what I mean? That's just straight nonsense. I'm just going to tell you right now, I'm not taking 30% out of the money. You know what I mean? That's me donating to my own channel is literally paying YouTube 30% of the money that I sent. What sense does that make? That would be the only thing that you could do that for is some way to get other people to encourage to match it. It just doesn't. That to me is bizarre. I've seen people do that. That to me is really bizarre because you're paying 30%. If I take my own money and donate $100 of my own money, I'm getting 30 back on it. And guess what else? Now I got to pay taxes on that 30%. You know what you might as well do? I would be better off if it was $100, me taking $30, me taking $33, just $30 and burning it. It would be less of a waste of money if I take $30 and literally burn it, like for you. Oh, I'll burn this. You know what I'm saying? So, just make a gentleman's bet. Zenith360 said, Fury cheated. Looking back at the signs was there. Pulled out to take a tune-up with no testing. Aligned with narco terrorists. Different gloves for different fights. Wanted to fight in the UK. Age don't slow him down. Cough, cough. Nope. can lose massive amounts of weight very quickly, and his stamina. The number one deal for Terence, for me and Tyson Fury, making me believe that he's on it, is his stamina. Dude, you are 6'9" and weigh 300 pounds. Your stamina is way too high. There is no reason that Deontay Wilder, who is 6'7" and weighs and can weigh 120 pounds, should be gassing out before you do. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Not without a little assistance. And then that's what Vinny Pazienza said. He's like, man, I saw Tyson Fury hanging out with bodybuilders. Vinny Pazienza was like, I use steroids. I've used steroids. That man is using steroids. He's like, what do you think Deontay Wilder needs to beat Tyson Fury? You need to use steroids, because that's what he's doing. Vinny Pazienza didn't even hide it. He's just straight to the cuff. He needs to use steroids. He needs to use steroids just like Tyson Fury is. How does he expect to fight Tyson Fury and have that type of endurance when that guy's got juice in his system? It's not going to work. You're going to gas out, and he's not. And Tyson Fury himself said that everybody in boxing's using it. Everybody. Tyson Fury's juicing. Not one to gossip, but what is that, Matthew Thomas? Let it go. Yes, that's what Vinny Pazienza said, bro. Vinny Pazienza said to Al Bernstein, who blew it off. Just blew it off. It is, to be fair, it is widely known that Wilder doesn't do cardio in camp. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. That dude is that big. He's already tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs. And he's that big, and he never gasses in any of his fights. He had Dillian White look like he was gassing. And Dillian White's dirty too. Deontay Wilder ain't never gassed in any of his other fights. Deontay Wilder didn't gas against Luis Ortiz. Wilder does cardio. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, he just doesn't jog. He does cardio. He just doesn't. All right. Yeah, okay. He gassed when. Whatever, man. Okay, whatever. I don't want to get into that. It is what it is. It is what it is, man. You know what I mean? I've never seen him gas. I've seen him if you mean gas by he may breathe heavily, everybody does that. It's a 48-minute boxing match. You're supposed to get tired in a boxing match. Everybody should get tired in a boxing match. If you see somebody that doesn't, if you see somebody that doesn't get tired in a boxing match, that's a problem. They all should get tired in a boxing match. No, it's 48 minutes, brother. You got minutes in between. It's a 48-minute boxing match, bro. Marquis, I said 48 plus 12. Or I guess plus 11. So it's a 47-minute boxing match because you got a minute in between each round. You are fighting for 47 minutes. You're in that ring for 47 minutes of a competitive boxing match. From the first to the last is 47 minutes. Now, Marquis said, my bad, don't want to smoke. No worries. I just, I like to be exact, bro, to the extent that I can. He said, Wilder is a licensed deep dive cardio instructor. Do you know how much cardio that requires? He does it every camp for years. Yes, he does. Floyd gets tired. Oh, my God, here comes Floyd. Floyd never gets tired. Yeah, Floyd gets tired, bro. He'll take off a minute or something, man. Come on now. Anyway, man, much love to everybody in the chat. I got to get out of here. Much love to everybody in the chat, everybody in the super chat, He's also not 6'9" and 300 pounds. He's also not 6'9", 300 pounds. That's a lot of size to be carrying around, dog. That's a, you know what I mean? Anyway, it is what it is, though. With that, I got to get up out of here. Deuces, thank y'all for the support. We will be back tomorrow. Holler at you. Deuces.